Alrighty. There we go. Oh, what's wrong with my hair? There we go. I think this is all working. One day I'll be confident enough to just assume it's all working when I hit the stream button, but today's not that day. Right. Also, it's a really weird thing, but OBS just does not like YouTube chat for some reason, so I have to go onto the browser and then pop out the chat and then put that over the top of my OBS. It's so strange. I don't know why it does this. Anyway, hello everybody. Just close down a few tabs here. Quickly make sure that the stream looks okay. This is a thing that I think as well. I might be too loud in comparison to the game volume. So I might turn myself down like 2 decibels or something. And then I need to figure out a way to raise the game volume up. There's some banging music in this that I just don't think is coming through on the stream at all. But this is the kind of crap I gotta tweak with on my own. I think you add like a filter on OBS, and then add the gain to it or something. See what that does. Just gonna blow everyone's eardrums out? That's it, I guess. Give me 2 seconds and I'll just tweak him with something. Let's see if that worked. Naturally now I can't get to my stream. Give me 2 minutes to tweak with this and then we'll be good to go. Alright, I want to see how that looks. As if I was a viewer. Obviously the stream's on a delay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. If I actually turn the game up a tiny bit more, I think that's good. Alright, I can hear myself speaking, that's just annoying me. Alright, audio, filters, up the gain by 1 more decibel. I've turned myself down by 2. I might turn myself down by 3. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go with that's looking good. Someone could tell me. I'm actually gonna put a bit of a message in the chat. Just saying that I messed with the audio. I tweaked with audio settings today. Please let me know if you are here. How do I sound? How does the game sound? Beautiful. And with that, we can actually start playing the game. I will quickly get the POE in that posted on here as well. And we'll pin that to the top. Love it. If I just jump to live. I think that sounds good. It's still quite quiet though, huh? Anyway, whatever. You guys can tell me. It sounds right to me, but I know it doesn't quite translate the same. Alright, so the way I wanted to start this build, video, is just by quickly outlining the build once again. Oh god, I got all this inventory crap to do that I didn't do earlier. That's for another time. I ain't doing that on the stream. That can all wait. Right, so this build, if you've been following this at all from my previous videos, is called Ice Crash. I'm just going to turn that down for my benefit. The way it works is we basically take the Marauder class, we go into a Juggernaut Ascendancy, get as many endurance charges as possible. I'm currently using 7. You could get more, but that's specifically here on the boots, but I don't actually think it's worth it. 7 is a really good spot to aim for. And then you either build Ice Crash to use either a 2-handed axe, which is normally where you're going to start with the build, or what I've done is I've pivoted into a 1-handed weapon and a shield. because this shield is busted, and use it while it lasts because it's going to get nerfed into the ground. It's just really fun. I've been talking to a few people on my Discord the last couple days who are using one-handed axes, things like that as well. That's fine. Like, the only mace-specific nodes I'm taking is this one right here, Blacksmith Clout, and these ones up here, which are really good, Pain Forger. And sometimes I take this one as well, Galvanic Hammer, but I've put it in, like, life nodes for now. But if you're using an axe, like, look, the axe nodes are right here. Cleaving, Slaughter probably is what you're going to take right there for 5 points. And then just down here, this is huge fella of foes. Like, you can very easily change this to use an axe or even a sword. I mean, the sword nodes are right here and down here as well. So, yeah, whatever good one-handed weapon you have, really. But a gavel, I mean, this thing's got big physical damage. I mean, I love my weapon. Look at this damn thing. And everything you're about to see today is to do with this gavel. Specifically here, you'll notice that I have synthesized the gavel. So it's got these two modifiers at the top saying increased attack damage and damage with poison, which is useless. The way that you can re-roll those modifiers is by using beast crafting. I will write this down as I go. Beast crafting. There's a vivid vulture recipe. Lets you re-roll synth modifier. So if I jump over here, I don't have any at the moment, and you type in synth, have a look at that. Transform an item to re-roll a synthesis implicit modifier. It costs a vivid vulture, that's 2.5 div for 1, so it's not cheap, but it lets you re-roll one of the modifiers at the top here. And that's kind of the project I'm working on at the moment. It's, yeah. I mean, I consider my gear as pretty much, like, set at this point, so, and I'm basically done with the league, so that's kind of just a fun little project I'm working on. I mean, obviously I was going for this double corrupted amulet for a while recently, but I got it, so, I mean, that project's over. So here we go, that's where we're at. Also, my ring here, I could probably get a much better one, once again, with that synthesis implicit. That might be a pet project we work on, maybe. I don't know if I can be bothered. This one's pretty good. But yeah, there's always room for improvement with the build, right? So there you go. Ice Crash. Get endurance charges. And kind of follow this tree. Get a lot of armor, get a lot of mace nodes, as much crit as you can. The build scales with crit. We have a 100% chance to crit. It's great. Best build I've ever played. I love it. I cannot recommend it enough. If you want an actual like rundown of how the build works, I got plenty of videos on that instead. That was just a very quick overview, just in case someone's tuning in and hasn't seen it before. And as for what I'll be doing, I'm going to keep farming Alva temples. That's how I'm kind of making a bit of currency at the moment to fund my project. Maybe I'll do some Simulacrum, like real juiced T16 maps. I haven't been at the moment. I've just been like spamming through them and doing a bit of Maven mapping. I might do a bit of tier 17s as well. And then, yeah, maybe we'll farm some beasts as well, because we could do that to just get more vultures. So, before we get right into it, this is kind of my passive tree at the moment. I've taken pretty much most of the Einhar nodes that are relevant to me for beasts, and then every single Alva node, with the exception of this one right here. You don't want that one. And then I'm actually, rather than doing the Searing Exile at the moment, I'm just doing Maven for some fun mapping. Because basically, we don't need juiced maps for this strat. You don't even need rare maps. You don't even need tier 16s. So, yeah. Alright. Bit of a recap on the strat here. We do 3 incursions each time. We are aiming to get tier 3 of this chamber right here. And there's also a gem cutter's workshop, which we can try and get tier 3 of as well. As soon as we see in our map here, in the temple here, a corruption chamber, we add this scarab to our map device. They're about 30 chaos, give or take a try. And yeah, we just go for it. We're off. So this is not a juiced map. It's going to be pretty trivial. which I always say something like that, and then that's the one time that I die will be as soon as I say something like that. But not today. Okay, we're gonna go in here. Now, because this is not the corruption chamber, I don't really care about it. We're just gonna kill the boss and leave. That's it. I'm not gonna waste any more time. If I was doing my old... Oh, I don't have any auto exertions right now. Let's get those running. If I was running the Simulacrum strat, I would be like properly killing everything in the maps and, you know, doing it properly. We don't need to do that. Literally just killing him and leaving. That's basically what I'm going to do right now. There's a red beast here. Oh, we've already killed him. Good. We won't bother with that. See, this is why I kind of like the Simulacrum approach, because I was full clearing all the maps to do that. You know, it kind of was a lot more challenging, and like this build can really push to some hard content now. So this is just kind of chill, chill farming to fund my crafting project. Oh, there's tier 17. Happy days. You can see how insane the AOE is on this build. Alright, that's our third Alva, so as soon as we exit this and grab the Citadel map, that Scarab is going to duplicate the temple. There it is there. And if you look, we just got a Locus of Corruption. And I'll show you why that's awesome. Because if we look at our Alva temple right now, I've only got a tier 2 Corruption Chamber, but the Scarab re-rolls the tier of the room. So right now, that is a 2-div item that we just got for a 30 Chaos Scarab. That's pretty good. I like that. And you can kind of throw Alva onto whatever, any of these any good? These are always terrible for me. Increased rarity of items and minus lightning resistance. I think that might be interesting. I don't think it's going to be good, but that was definitely the better of the two choices there. Because I know there are some builds that want negative lightning resist. So maybe they want 55% more item rarity as well. I don't know if you can use those amulets for recombinating, but if you can, then... And because we're doing Maven, we just get a few extra bosses at the end, and then we kill them all in one hit, and we leave. That's kind of just what my farm will be, at least for the start of the stream. I'm just going to fly through these maps I've got here. We'll kill all the beasts in the map, we'll kill the final boss, and that's about it. The rest goes into the bank here, and I will sell this bad boy for 2 div. I might list them for like 1.9 just to get them sold at some point. That normally works quite well. I think these are the ones I have, but yeah. And we'll just quickly check this thing. No, I'm going to need to look at that later. I'll put it up here. Fairly straightforward. Let me just quickly open the stream, make sure it looks okay, and then I'm just going to start juicing through these maps. Yep, looks good to me. The audio looks good to me. You can tell me if you disagree with that, but it looks pretty good to me. So these red beasts in the maps, they seem to be like the only things that don't want to die in one hit. Like, I really should go to, what's a wild something? That can be good. I should really go to Blood Stance when I'm attacking those. But again, it's just like, I just need to press the attack key like 2 more times and they're normally dead, right? So, but if we go Blood Stance, which I've done here, see, he just died a lot quicker than the last one. Whereas the yellow beasts are just fucked. Oh wow, Einhart is already done. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Einhart maps. The idea there was that there is a very small chance that you can get the good beasts in your regular mapping. So it was like, why not just throw them in? Now let's see if we got lucky again. No, not that time. So this thing is garbage. Like, we're just gonna leave that before. So you don't always get the 2-div item, obviously, or that Scarab would be a lot more than 30C. But it does give you an extra chance to get it. I'm just gonna fly through this to the end boss who's here. Get some states. And again, I should have stopped the blood stance there, but I'm being lazy. Well, that was quick. Now, sadly, this temple here as well is also garbage, as you can see. We didn't get lucky and get this up to a tier 3 corruption thing, so that's just like crap. Just throw that away. Don't need that. So now I'll show you the strat from the beginning. So this is a brand new, fresh Alva temple. Again, if you've seen the last couple live streams, you might have seen this already. There's a gem cutter's workshop, so if you wanted to, you could start using the scarab right off the bat. I'm not going to do that. We're actually going to take it out with this next map, and you will see why in just a second. So you get 12 total incursions. The very first time we run a map, we're only going to do 2 of them. That will leave us with 10, and then we do 3 in all the remaining maps. So you do 3, 6, 9, and then the very last map will just have 1. And we're going to use the Scarab on every single one of those maps. That, to me, seems the most optimal way to do it. Because then we have 5 chances at re-rolling the Alva Temple to find the Corruption Chamber before we even use a Scarab the first time. And that's our big, ticket item, right? Is to get the 2-div Corruption Chamber. Right, let's start speeding up a little bit here. Right, so here's our first Alva. Okay, any one of these is good. I will spend a bit more time in this one because we want to link the rooms up at the beginning. That's quite important. So we're going to go backtrack for this thing. Boom. Want to link that to the gem cutter workshop. Perfect. See if we can get any more. Oh, alright, whatever. Let's go. It's a good strat, this. I didn't do this all League, and I feel like this is something I should have done at the start of it. A really, really good League starting strat here, I think. Even without the Scarab. Like, yeah. Alright. It doesn't really matter which one we choose here, so we'll just use it. We'll try and link this up though, yeah, that's good. I'm sure this is making sense to people now, well hopefully. This game's complicated. Good job, Exile. I need to drink my tea as well. Okay, we've got some friends here. Bonk them down. Einhar's gonna capture all of them. That's the other disadvantage of running Einhar, is that that's removing quite a few rare mobs. Well, it might not be removing them, but I don't slurp them up with a headhunter though, right? I only, because Einhar captures them, I don't think we actually get the benefit from those. Don't even know what happened there, but there you go. So that one's done. We only do 2 in the first thing. And now this is where you make a bit of a judgment call. We've linked up our gem cutter's workshop, so it's probably gonna be profitable to use the Scarab every time now. So I'm just gonna do that. Because even if we get a tier 3 gem cutter's chamber, you will get 60 chaos out of that. It's not quite 2-div, but it's, profit. So I'll probably just run through this till I finish off the maps in my inventory, and then I might swap to like a tier 17 or something for a bit, which is a little bit more interesting. But at the moment I need currency to fund my project, so What am I doing here? Clicking all the wrong buttons. Alright, So, what do we got off the bat? Garbage. I still find it's, I just normally at least go in and kill the architect, and then like link a room up. It's normally worth doing. But you don't even really have to do that. The only rooms we care about are Corruption Chamber, Gem Killer's Workshop, and also the Shrine of Empowerment if it's next to either one of those. That's it. You can ignore everything else in your Alva temple. So it's quite nice to just throw into any of your other like farming strats, right? There we go, blow these up. Einhar, hurry up. Good. I'm just gonna fly past this stuff. Blast, apparently. So what I might do as well, should probably be keeping my eye out for some of the vultures on the trade website on my other monitor. I think that would be a good idea. So then I can actually start doing some of the beast crafting as well. Garbage again. So we would just fly in here. Never gets old, just blowing up a screen in one button. Such a fun build. So we'll open this one up. That's probably it here. Let's just go. Alright, got a couple more beasts and one more Alva to do. There's our beast. Yeah, I may take beasts off and just bring Simulacrum back. I don't think I've ever seen the beast that I want, because it's such a rare chance to get it when you're not doing it in the Einhar memory. So, I don't know. Nothing good here. It's alright though, because we're gonna get the Scarab to fire off as soon as we complete this thing. And if we get very lucky, we will get the 60 Chaos Chamber just straight off the bat here. Let's see. Nope. Oh well. Can't win every time. Bonk. Bonk. Goodbye. Beautiful. Okay. I'm just gonna have a quick sip of tea. Oh, lovely. And I gotta check a message here real quick. No, looks good to me. Da-da-da-da. Oh, I should also write this. Current T16 Alva effects. And then up next will be T17. Yeah. So this was really bad. As you can see here, we didn't get the tier 3 gem cutters chamber, so bye-bye. Just crap. So one thing that you can do, and this is honestly what I have been doing, is I don't even throw the Scarab in until I see the Corruption Chamber. Because I don't really care about the Gem Cutter's Workshop. Ideally, you want both of the temples, of the rooms on your temple there. So you can, you know, you're kind of getting the max value out of the Scarab, but it's kind of up to you how you want to do it. Again, not getting a Corruption Chamber so far. It's fun. It's alright. I don't really need to link anything up anymore, so I'm just gonna go. You know, I did a lot of this farming already, obviously, when I was trying to get the Corruption Temples for myself. It's very quick and efficient, especially if you, like, literally were just doing Alva, nothing else. But yeah, it does mean that I'll probably do some other stuff, because... Nah, I'm just gonna leave this. Screw that. Here's our last one already. We're praying for Corruption Chamber here. Nope, nothing. And this is why I prefer to use the Scarab only when I found that chamber. Because I don't really care about gem cutters, and gem cutters is less profit as well. So I think we're gonna leave. However, we may get lucky here. Let's see. Where's my chronicle? Nope. Crap again. Ah, boo. I did a few of these earlier today, and it was spitting out tier 3 temples like nothing. Oh, this bloody headhunter teleport buff. Stop it! Alright, he'll capture that. Let's go back to this one. Einhar captures that. So, like, the ideal way... Yeah, I think I'm going to take Einhar off. It just makes it a bit more interesting, but it does slow down the Alva considerably if you're doing Delirium rather than, like, just getting a couple beasts along the way. It really just depends what your goal is, right? But in terms of the beasts, like, there's such a slim chance that I'm gonna find the one that I'm looking for in these maps. So, like, I'm not sure that there's much point me going out of my way to kill all these beasts all the time. Apparently I missed one here. I don't even think we're gonna go and find him. See, I may respec that tree. What I might do is I might make this Maven boss rush tree. Maybe I'll add beasts into that. But again, that kind of defeats the point of it being a boss rush, right? So I don't know. I think, honestly, if I just want beasts, I'll show you the memory that we can do instead. And that's just so much better. That's where you're supposed to actually get these beasts from. So how about this? Let's quickly check Einhar. So how it works is we look at this thing here, type in wild. I don't think any of these are any good. I think they're just normal beasts. And then we type in vivid. And then there's some like special ones that can show up under either of those. Obviously we didn't get any because they normally come from the memory thing I'm talking about. There's just a very small chance for us to get them here as well. Yeah, so what I honestly think I'm going to just ditch Einhar again. Which means I need a trillion refund. Now, luckily, I took a snapshot of what my tree looked like before I changed that, so we can quickly get that back here. Da-da-da-dum. Right, Alva tree plus Delirium. So, of course, we're going to refund all the Maven stuff. We don't need that. And this just lets us take back our Searing Exile progression. Pretty straightforward there. And then, more importantly, we need to refund the Einhar stuff. So that's going to be up here. And over here. Hope I've got enough points for this. I think I do, though. And where else is he? Two more nodes there. Oh yeah, all these ones down here. I think that's it. Oh no, down here as well. My bad. Alright, so if we refund all of that, what we're actually going to do is replace it with Delirium. I much prefer this strat. I think it's more fun. And it kind of shows like the build in like a juiced up context instead. Because obviously the more layers of Delirium you get on, the kind of nuttier it gets. Where's the last bit? I'm definitely... Yeah, it's up here, isn't it? Still got 5 points, though. Oh, yeah, we missed all this crap. I think we actually go, like, the whole way around this ring. So I need to refund these. I think that looks pretty done to me. No, not quite. I still need 3 more points. I think we can get that one there. I kind of like having these in as well. It's quite nice. Oh, I definitely don't need this one. I never do the cursed treasure, so that's fine. And ideally, I get this last 8% here, and then I'm happy. So what can I refund for that? I'm not actually chiseling my map, so there we go. Good, done. Yeah, easy peasy. All right, so that's now a Alva and Delirium tree. And then I've got my straight boss rush farming and my tier 17. And so this is actually Exile. That's nice, because I like having one of each tree here. Now, oh, bulls, if I do that, we got to add some other things in. Yeah, that's right. Don't want these ones anymore, they can go away. But I think I've got them all here, huh? So, how I like to do this was I put in one Scarab of Monstrous Lineage there. I guess we'll just put a full stack of it. We put in 2 Incursion Scarab of Champions. That's me, we'll put that up there and we'll grab 8 of these instead. And then 1 Incursion Scarab of Invasion. I'll quickly outline what each of these does. And obviously you swap this one in and out as you need to. This just increases magic pack size. This one makes there be even more monsters in your incursion, and then this thing here gives you a chance for every single enemy in the incursion to be magic, and also increase the amount of stuff in it. So the incursions are going to be heaving with enemies, right? Like, absolutely juice the hell up, which is good. And then what we're even going to do is take Beyond on the... Honestly, I might not take that for a map, because I think I've got enough nodes that may happen on its own. Or have I not? 8% chance. Where are all the Beyond nodes again? Down here. Merging radius, merging radius. Nah, it's probably better to just pay the 5 chaos. Alright. So this is the exact same strat, but we have Delirium instead. I guess I'll make a current farm T16 Alva plus Delirium plus Beyond T16 apps. Ooh, someone died. Good to make a quick note of that. Just check OBS quickly. Yeah, looks good to me. Alright, so very similar to before, but we're going to obviously do the Delirium this time as well. And yeah, off we go. You don't really need to do Ritual in any of this other bollocks that spawns. You can if you want, of course. Like there's a Breach over there as well. We don't even really need to do that. We will get 300 splinters just from the Alva temples on its own. So it's up to you if you want to run that stuff. But the main thing is now we will be killing everything in here. You can see how all the enemies are magic already. And every time we kill them, because of Beyond, it might spawn them back as you know, extra bollocks. We'll just go through and beat all this crap up. Looks like I've got Soul Eater up, so happy days. And the further and further into the Delirium we get, the like tankier this shit actually becomes in here. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Okay. Maybe I'll do the shrines as well, just because why not? Sorry, the rituals. Not sure what my computer's doing there. Very nice. We'll go back to this one then. I'm not going to do the breach though. I can't be bothered. Very nice. Oh, I love the Headhunter belt. Okay. Shield charge has been a great addition to the build. I mean, look at this. The speed. Okay, let's go in here. Of course, yeah, that's one thing that I probably should have noted. I'm not doing like optimized maps for Delirium. You really want to be running, if you're doing this strat, like Tropical Island and Jungle Valley and Strand. You know, these are really good maps to get you all of the splinters at the end. All right. Here's our next temple. Once again, not a single corruption chamber, huh? Unlucky. And so, yeah, in this example, I just wouldn't use the Scarab normally. I thought, yeah, why not? We'll do it for once just to show what it does, but nah, it's just not worth it. You really want the corruption chamber, I think. So as soon as you first see a corruption chamber, then you add your Scarab to the remaining maps in that Alva set. Otherwise, it's just kind of a waste. But admittedly, I have got bad, just had bad luck with the Scarab here. Hopefully, it'll at least give me a tier 3 gem cutters here. I didn't really need to open this room. Hello? Okay, got another ritual here. The reason I'm doing Exile rather than Eater as well is because Eater just has so many more bullshit things like reduced armor per endurance charge or frenzy charge, or you can't. Oh, it's just there's so many mods that you need to read or they will brick the map. So yeah, it just pisses me off. So I take the Exile ones instead, honestly. That's fine. Whatever that was. Here's our last incursion. Come on, give me a corruption chamber. Nope. We're over, what, like 9 now on that? That's crazy. But to be fair, that's not the norm. Normally you find it pretty quick, so... I can't move. Yeah, thank you. Kind of zipping about, killing everything right now. Okay. Now you might be thinking, well, it doesn't look like you're killing them. We are, but they're just coming back as beyond mobs as well. So they kind of have to kill them again. Guess we'll just link this up here. Okay. One day I'll see a leather belt or a heavy belt drop, and it'll be something good rather than just garbage. Okay, I think we might have got something useful there. Yeah, that's the 60 chaos item. We at least got that for once, so it's not a complete write-off. Bloody head underbuff. And now we can just finish the map, really. Again, you can full clear if you want for more splinters or not. It's up to you. I think I will, just for the sake of it. We'll see how Burial Chambers does. I haven't really run this one before with Delirium on it. And like, Ritual is so good for this build as well. I mean, your AoE takes up the entire circle, right? So you could even just stand still in the middle and just slam the ground over and over again, if you want to. At least when you're tanky enough. What do we got here? Anything good at all? Yeah. Chaos orbs. I think there was another ritual somewhere, wasn't there? Oh no, we've done them all. Never mind. Like, I think this was one of the better maps for Delirium, wasn't it? It's not, like, ideal, though. And here's the Soul Eater boss. So we'll probably go Bloodstones for this. Just because she's going to get pretty tanky, as you can see there. Alright, that's it. Let's see how that map did. Yeah, alright. That's not bad, right? 300 splinters. Can't complain with that. Anything good in the ritual? Body. Has to block attack damage. Attack speed and life and some resists could be worth taking at least. 30 max life fracture could be... it's probably crap, isn't it? Yeah, it's a tier 3 life roll, so... just garbage. I mean, we'll take it, why not? So that's kind of that. And then here's your cluster jewels here, which you could be picking up as well. Oh, we're out of portal scrolls, that's funny. Happens from time to time. I've got a message on Discord here. That's about Darktide. Is it just me or does the bleed blessing for the rumbler not work? I haven't tried it. That's a good question. So yeah, this thing that we just got here is 60 chaos. Well, it's saying 50, 55. I've managed to sell that pretty consistently for 59. If I don't get 4 chaos from each of them, it doesn't really matter, so 55 I'm still very happy with. And we'll biffle the rest in here.
It would be wrong to do that here.
So I might do a couple more maps like that. That's pretty chill. You definitely make the 5 chaos that you spend on the crafting thing back. I'm tempted for this time, though, to not put Beyond on and see if it rolls it anyway. I don't even want to use the Scarab here. Like, I'm not going to. Which is good, because it means we can just throw a Beyond Scarab in instead, huh? There we go. Done. I guarantee you, in the one remaining incursion we have now, it's going to give me a corruption chamber. And then I will cry, because we should have used the Scarab. But nah, this one was a bit of a bust, so... Oh yeah, and because we're only doing one Alva incursion here, if you want to really, like, not waste currency, you could take all your Delirium Scarabs out and all that stuff. You don't... because you're not going to get that much from this map. Just because we're not going to kill that many enemies compared to the last one. Okay. Go ahead and do this. So I'm just going to stand still here. Slam the ground every now and then. It'll get it done. See? It's perfect for ritual. Couldn't be better for ritual. Where are we going here? I'm not going to bother with Expedition, I just cannot be... Yeah, I did a lot of that at the beginning of the league, and I just don't enjoy it, I decided, so... I mean, maybe it's different now, but I'm still not going to take the time to go look over all of these bloody things, and yeah. Even with the big boom, like, because then you still got to look at the little menu at the bottom and go, oh, does it have, they're immune to cold damage? It's just, yeah, it's just annoying. We are getting teleported all over the fucking place right now. Right, here's Alva. Okay, we didn't get a corruption chamber, so I'm happy. So we probably don't even need to run this. But I'm doing it out of hand. There you go. Oh wait, no we do, because we're doing Delirium now. So okay. Yeah. Did that Beyond Scarab not work? Because I'm noticing that we're not, you know, they're not coming back as Beyond enemies. You see that? Maybe you have to do it on the crafting device. Doesn't really matter. We're not going to get that many splinters from this map here, I guarantee it. Because that's the only Alva temple, so... I keep losing my character. There's so much shit on the screen in this game sometimes. Even I get lost. Like, what is happening? Where is my cursor? Visual clarity, something I really hope they address in POE 2. Don't get me wrong, I love Ice Crash, but when there's all this other bollocks going on the screen, like look, there's tornadoes in the corner, there's purple things everywhere. If you didn't know anything about this game, you'd be like, what is happening? You know what I mean? But that's okay. But that's something I really, really hope that they've addressed in POE 2. Which I am very excited for. The question will be how much time I will have to play it compared to... Like, this league is pretty much the only time I've been able to really play this game. I doubt I'll have this much time again. Nice. Alright, that's all the rituals done. I guess we'll have a look in here real quick before we carry on. Gonna re-roll that. That's all crap. We'll just take the... Again, I feel like you gotta spec into ritual to make the rewards not crap. Did we manage to get in here in time? We did. Oh no, we did. Yeah, see, only 71, so I really should have taken out all my scarabs and stuff, because... I mean, that's a terrible map for Delirium as well. Ow. Alright. So that was a pretty bad set of Alvas, though, admittedly. Like, look at that. We had a gem cutter workshop at the very beginning, and then we never interacted with that room or never found a corruption chamber the whole time. I've never had that happen. First time. But yeah, that was probably the worst set of Alva Temple I've actually done so far. Which is quite interesting. Oh, excuse me. But this Beyond Scarab, yeah, it doesn't seem to work as I wanted it to there. What do the other ones do? I think you could throw like any of these on, as long as you chose it on the map device here. But I think just for... yeah, it's probably best to do this. Alright. So we start the temple run again. Now there was a corruption chamber off the bat. If I'd noticed that, no, I still like to do the only run 2 Alvas the first time. But you could make an argument for running the Scarab straight off the bat there, because you could literally get a tier 3 corruption chamber off the bat. So, but I'm just going to stick to our normal strategy. But we will be using four Scarabs in this run, for sure. We've already got a corruption chamber and it's linked off the bat, like that's crazy. Okay, Beyond is definitely working this time. Still not that much stuff in here though. I guess we'll link this just to any of these. Thank you. I think we really need to pick a direction here. Like, again, this is a bad map for Delirium, right? In theory. Could be wrong about that, but... you really want the ones where it's one path that leads you very far away from the start to where you end up at the end. But this one kind of loops on itself and stuff, so I don't think it'll be very good. But the Delirium's costing me nothing to run, so it's really matter. Right, there's Gem Cutter's Workshop. So already, this set of Alva Temples is infinitely better than the last one. We have both Corruption Temple, Corruption Room, and Gem Cutter Room off the bat here. So it's huge. And I'm not doing any more Alvas in this one. Love to see it. Hello, gentlemen. We need to link this up. Oh, I can't really, can I? Guess we'll grab the Apex and maybe link it to the chasm. They got 2 stones, which I think they did. Now the linking, that's really important because when people actually run the temple, you need the rooms to be open and like linked up to each other. But they can't actually access the content in those rooms. So crap being dropped there, excellent. Oh, we got this fun shrine. I always like this one. It feels meaty, like these explosions. I love the sound it makes. So yeah, see how we're like looping back on ourselves here now? That's one of our things. If you can wait a minute. Oh, no, shouldn't have touched that. May have locked in, yeah, that may have not been ideal. Anything good from Mr. Nameless Seer today? I'm terrible at knowing if stuff's good from looking at it. Go away. Pretty sure those are all crap. 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 I know this is bad, I don't know why I'm looking at it. I think our best thing here is like forward div or something, it's not great. Honestly, the Delirium's going to end anyway, which is fine, because I'm going to just quickly look up this map. Type in like POE Atoll map. 104 is not as bad as I thought. Considering we didn't even finish it. See what div cards this one can drop. It can drop a double 2 implicit Corrupted Watcher's Eye. Kind of interesting. I guess we can scry this map onto something that I don't run that often. I don't even know. Like, that's not that great, but it's better than nothing, right? Where's like Strand? That didn't help at all. Did it really not tell you? Who knows where Strand is? Oh no. Why does it do that? Look, why does it highlight everything? That's so annoying. I'm pretty sure it's a low tier. There it is down there. Okay. So what we do? What we're basically doing here is we're saying we're taking the Atoll map and what cards can drop in it, and we're going to put them on the Strand map. If you see there. Do you want to overwrite the cards in the blah, blah, blah? Sure. Now, where on earth is the boss here? I'm surprised this got 104 splinters. Oh, I missed it up here. I'm only running 2 Alvas, and it's a bad layout, so... Bye-bye. Alright, let's get out of here. Like, ideally, I want to run a bunch of Defiled Cathedral maps and then put that on Strand, because there's a really good card that can drop in that one. But, no luck so far. Okay, well, we should definitely use our Scarab now. Honestly, I might do that, though. It's not a good... Oh, wow, look, we've got quite a few of these now. I'm going to do this just for now. It will make sense. Just make sure we can run them. That one's not great. That one's completely brickable. We cannot run maps like that. I have got a thing here. So if I show you that, you see these two are bricked because they didn't light up. that top modifier completely bricks this build. We have to leech to get mana back and to get life back. So we absolutely cannot run a map like that. And then I just make sure it's not got reflect, because like we can do reflect maps technically if you fiddle about a little bit, but I'm not going to do that. So. Now the reason I'm running this suboptimal map once again is because, I mean, we just saw the seer on that last map. Because when I'm doing the Delirium strat, I'm normally full clearing the map. That's when you're going to see him, right? If I'm just rushing through the map, like kind of blasting it to the Alva temple, you're not likely to see the seer just because of how he spawns. So maybe it would be best for me to run this while I'm doing the Delirium strat, even though it's not a good map for it. That's where my head's at. We've gone the wrong way. And I do like the layout of this one for, you know, like, our moveset, personally, because, yeah, just any map where we can just shield charge around to our heart's content, that's a good map for this build. Obviously, if you're using Leap Slam, every single map is a good map, but I'm currently using both. I don't think we're going to do that. No, I don't think we can bother. Oh, go on. I knew, just from looking at my flasks, that the one of the map mods on this one was we have reduced flask charges, because they're all messed up right now. Normally we have permanent flask charges up at all times when we're mapping. It's just this map modifier. It doesn't matter, obviously, especially in a tier 16, but it just means it'll be a little bit slower. Actually, I don't even think that's true. It just means that they're not up as much, and I noticed it. Alright, here are all our Alvas here. It doesn't really matter which one we pick here, they were not good rooms. In fact, it doesn't really matter what any of our remaining rooms are, but we will full clear it for the Delirium, right? Very good. Like if this was a Shrine of Empowerment or something as a potential option, that would be good, because it's next to our Corruption Chamber, but it's not. So it doesn't really matter what we choose on these rooms. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough, the only rooms you care about are Gem Cutter's Workshop and the Corruption Chamber. That's it. Everything else is just noise in these temples. Just killing everything because there's quite a nice bit of density here. But we do want to link this up at the top. So do that. One day, that'll be a Mage Blood. One day. I'll probably kill the boss while we're here. Well... Whoa! That's some incoming damage. So the way the defenses work on this build, and I'll explain why we just took a random bit of damage there. We've got a lot of armor. Not a huge amount, but we've got enough. We've got about 50,000 worth. Again, you could get way more if you wanted to optimize that, but I've been optimizing damage. Anyway, we've got a fair amount of armor, we've got a good enough amount of life, somewhere around 4k. But then the main defensive layer that we have on top of both of those things is our block. Now, we are using the Svalin shield because it's awesome. So the way that this thing works is every time we go to block an enemy, doesn't matter what, spell block, attack block, whatever, the game is going to like calculate in the background, did Famuel manage to block that attack, right? But with this shield, it's going to do that twice. It's going to say, okay, we'll see if he blocks it, and one said no, and then the other calculation said yes, and then whichever the better result is, it's going to choose that. It's really, really, really strong. So it basically means that even without having, you know, a stupid amount of block chance, like 90% or whatever, you're actually blocking most attacks. I can't quite remember off the top of my head what our block chances on this build. POB, or Path of Building, that calculates it factoring in the lucky block to like an effective block value. And both of them are like 80 to 90%, somewhere around there in POB. So, yeah, obviously if you're blocking like 90% of incoming damage most of the time, that's pretty good. And then we also have things like gaining life and mana on block, which is quite nice. No, let me in here before it ends. Again, this is a bad layout for Delirium, but still half a simulacrum right there. It's not bad.
There you are. Let's go.
I forgot what I was saying. But yeah. Anyway, that's the layers of defense on this one. And obviously we leech life back and mana back when we hit stuff. So yeah, pretty good. Oh, and of course the endurance charges. Don't forget about them. They're huge. We have 7 of them, and they are up always, constantly, forever. And also Molten Shell, which gets triggered whenever we block something. So that gives you even more armor. Yeah, it's pretty good. Feels really, really tight. Alright, we're gonna get Scarab drop here. And that has a tier 3 Corruption Chamber and a tier 3 Gem Cutter's Workshop. So congratulations, that's at least 2 div. Much better. Now I will full clear this map because we want the Nameless Seer. So it will take a second here. It shouldn't take too long. I've just got to go back around, really. But like, this is a real bad map for Delirium, because you're quite literally going back on yourself to the beginning of the map. So yeah, that's just terrible. If I wanted to, I could even take out all of the, like, Alva Scarabs, for now. And the magic pack size and stuff, and just see how we go. Oh, there's tier 16, 17, sorry. We like that. I mean, we mostly killed everything there. That'll do. I'm not going to go hunt around for 33 monsters. That would drive me insane. Right, how many Alvas we got left? 3, so I'm going to need some more of these. Now, ideally, we buy like 5 for 1. Honestly, 37's not that bad. I'm just going to... Scammed. Get all of that away. So this thing we'll put back over here. I think it's this one. Yeah, they're still going for about 2 div. Normally list them for like 1.8, and then people, because they don't want to calculate what 2 div is from 1.8, they just give you 2 div anyway. That's fair enough if they don't want to do that, I guess. I think I'm going to just stick with all the scarabs. All of these splinters are making these simulacrum thingies here. Oops. So I've got a simulacrum. Looks like they're still selling for about 40 each. Let's that up. And away we go again. It's quite a nice farm. What I like to do on these live streams after I finish them is, if I remember to anyway, I like to like put chapters on them. I don't think people normally do that, but I think that's quite nice because then people do end up just like watching them later, and no one wants to see me like fluff around at the start of the stream. So it's nice to just have a chapter to say, oh, this is where he's doing tier 16 mapping, this is where he's doing tier 17 mapping, stuff like that. So I'll probably go through and do that again as well. Because if people aren't interested in seeing like tier 16, well, it's nice to just have a chapter telling them when that ends. Like, for me, tier 16, this was the end game, back when I last played this game. Tier 17s were quite a shock to me when I was playing this game. I was like, whoa, what is this crap? I mean, I had to pivot the build to this, like, block version to do them. We were just too glass cannon-y before. They're brutal. I mean, well, it was basically like you would kill everything before it could hit you, or you would get clipped by a light breeze and you would die in a tier 17. That was the build before. So yeah, that had to change. For me, that is. There's still people using the two-handed axe version of the build. That's great. Like, that stuff is amazing. Definitely does the most damage, that's for sure. We can quickly pop in and do the boss here. Just completely obliterating everything. We'll go Blood Stance. Oh, I got teleported. I mean, that's such a troll. Don't do that game. I love how I always get the Nameless Seer on maps that I do not want to get on. That just seems to be the way it goes. Never get him on the actual maps that you need him on, right? I haven't found any of the Alvas yet. Where? Oh, sorry, I found one of them, didn't I? Sure, we'll do a Blight. Why not? I've done one in a while. We've got two coming in from both sides, so I'll probably just stay in the middle. But then I get bored, and then I dash from side to side and give them a little love tap. Seems to work better, honestly. But you could absolutely just stand in the middle here and just, like, ice crash the ground, and everything would be completely destroyed. I actually rolled a blight tree for a little while, like an Atlas tree. That was quite interesting. There was one that like made it spit out with a certain scarab 1 trillion bosses, and you could just one-shot those bosses because this build has such good damage. It wasn't bad, that tree, but just like clicking all these bloody things at the end hurts my wrists. As crazy as that is. Oh god. There's a corruption chamber here, but I want to get in before the Delirium ends. I don't think we did. Did I not? Oh no, we're good. Thought I messed that up for a second there. And didn't choose the corruption outcome. I'm pretty sure the Delirium's over. So yeah, it looks like it is. Again, it's just such a bad map for Delirium. I can't emphasize that enough. You really want to do Tropical Island, Strand, or Jungle Valley. But I really want to scry this damn divination card onto Strand. That would be the best thing. And then I would happily just farm that map over and over. Alright, what do we got here? I guess because the Delirium's over, we can just kind of ignore this stuff, huh? We don't really need to kill everything here. So we've already got a guaranteed tier 3 corruption room, and can't see. No, we didn't get lucky on that one, unfortunately, the scarab drop. But we have a guaranteed 2 div drop at the end of this series of Alva maps. That's pretty cool. Right, I'm out of here. I don't know if I can be bothered doing too much Defiled Cathedral, because it's so bad for the Delirium. Do we have a strand map? Because that would be great. Maybe we'll do a beach. Do that. So I think this one's bad. Yeah, that's just rubbish. Go away. Alright, start her up. I'm not going to do the Wildwood, screw that. Now the only thing we're really looking for in these Alvas is to upgrade the Gem Cutters room. But if we don't get that, it honestly doesn't matter at this point. We've already got the tier 3 Corruption Chamber, it's happy days. We'll just kill everything for the Delirium, huh? Like, it's pretty cool to try out some of these different strats and stuff, because like when I played the game in the past, I never got into it that much that I could do this kind of stuff. It was more just like use the alchemy orb and go, and just see how far we get. And I normally, you know, did make it to tier 16s and did some bosses, but never was like actually farming stuff. Alright, let's get a move on here. Not gonna do that shrine. Explosives room. No, again, it doesn't matter. We just kill everything. Come out! Bonk! Get some friends up here. Kill this dude. Happy days. Yeah, this strat's real bad for gold. So obviously don't do this if you want that. Goes without saying. Like, we're getting in just a piddly little amount. Alva Temples isn't great for it. You really want to do like Tormented Spirits on the Glacier map or City Square with a tree set up for that. Like just tier 17s in general. Some Scarabs, really good for gold. What else is good? I think like the Rogue Exiles, but that can be quite hard for a lot of builds. It's a nice day, Alien. It looks miserable out there, huh? Right, here's our last one. It's a... I thought that was Gem Cutter Workshop. Would have been nice. I'm just going to wrap up this set of Alvas, and then I'll probably do some tier 17s. Just for a little bit. Probably not going to stream for too much longer today anyway. Oh yeah, we might do some synth re-rolling though. I would love to get both the implicits as like really good things on my weapon right now. We've got a really good one right now, but I've had one really good one before. In fact, I've had much better things on this maze before. But I want two really good things. That's very, very slim chance for that to happen. But I'm gonna try, because it's fun. Yep, we got a tier 3 corruption chamber there. I'm happy. We just finished the map off. There's 2 more dead. All this easy. Stuff just exploding. So I was reading on the Reddit, because I put my necklace on there as well, that this necklace that I have used to be even better. The Ashes of the Stars one used to be completely busted how strong it was. Like this thing up here, which I love more than anything, this 30% quality of all skill gems at the bottom, it also used to have something like up to 20% reservation efficiency. Now that, I cannot understate how good that is. That would mean I would probably fit another aura into my build, just straight up with that. Alright, so that's 2 div. We can go over here. I will probably knock these down to like 1.8, 1.9 div, I think. I'll keep these ones as 2 div because they have both rooms. Honestly, let's do that real quick. Someone will buy them, like, pretty quickly. And then what were these ones again? Yeah, I'm happy to make these 55. I just want to get them sold. There you go. So we're kind of just like undercutting everyone right now, just to get rid of them. But yeah, that will net quite a nice amount, right? So what, that's like a div there, that's a div there, that's 4 div there. Was that 4, 6, and then let's just call that like, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, maybe call it 9. I already forget what I also said, but that's what, like 15 div there? Don't know if that math was right. I forgot what I said halfway through the sentence. But not terrible, just for on the stream and a little bit before. Obviously it's not the quickest farming strat in the world. I'm sure I need to actually try out like the yeah, I think that would be a good benchmark to see if my build can do that, because I know they get absolutely crazy. But there's a tree for tier 17 maps, so it might not even be a tree, just a yeah, I don't think there is anything in here for that. I think it's just scarabs then. But you can like make really juiced up rogue exiles, and like strong boxes and stuff like that for tier 17s, and you can be pretty showered with loot with that. I'm assuming you would take a bunch of these nodes here, and buy some very expensive scarabs. But, yeah. How many have we got to go? 1 incursion? Alright, we'll quickly wrap up the last incursion. I'm actually going to do it on Strand, just because that'll be fun to do it on the optimal map. Looks fine to me. Get that back on here. This should be a very easy 300 splinters here. We've got 2 more simulacrums to sell there, so that's another 80 chaos. You know, it's not bad. It's not a terrible farm. Give this stuff at the start. Alright, let's go. Now this is a great map because it's very straightforward. Oh, no, I tell a lie. We're probably not going to get 300 splinters because we're only doing 1 Alva in this one. But it should be pretty quick. In fact, it'll be very quick compared to the other ones, because, well, we're only doing 1 out. And here she is already. Let's see what we got. And obviously this is going to spit out another temple from the scarab at the end, and then we can sell this temple as well. So if we get lucky here, we could get 4 more div onto our profit, which would be great. I'd like that very much. It'd be cool, like, if I do this strat on stream at all, to have like a counter of how many locus of corruptions we get. Look at all this crap trying to shotgun me to death, and you just block all of it. Every single hit, you just go, no. It's pretty satisfying. Ah, baited me. Alright, we just gotta wait here for a second for that. We did get a locus of corruption. There you go. So that's 4 more div, as we just said. That's pretty good. 4 div printed out of thin air. I'm happy with that. Oh, I didn't click it? Well, that's... You may also notice at the bottom left, my flasks are fully automated. You take a bit of a damage hit, obviously, to fully automate your flasks, because you can't put like 70% increased effect on them. I actually have another copy of my flasks here in my inventory that have that. And I'll swap to those if I'm doing like focusing on bossing instead. But when I'm mapping, it's much more important for me that a build feels just smooth than just squeezing out a bit more damage. And like, what's the difference between 70 million damage a second and 100 million damage a second? The tier 16 enemies, you know, they're dead no matter what. Sure, we'll do that as well. Why not? Let's see how many splinters we can get from this one. We've only one Alva temple. I gotta tell you, when I first tried shield charge out in the build, I was like, I like this, but I don't like it on some maps, and I kind of benched it for a while. But then when I used the Ashes of the Stars amulet, and that gives 30% quality to the shield charge, and shield charge scales even faster move speed if you've got more quality, like, I mean, it's hard not to love this thing, right? It's so quick. There we go. Here they go. They're all gonna sell now. Obviously I'm kind of busy though. If you can wait just a second. I probably found another one. It's a problem. It's just, I kind of like to sell everything when I'm kind of AFK, not really playing the game, and then just sell it in the background. Because otherwise, if you're like busy doing this kind of stuff, but it will sell. Like if it's not him, it will be someone else in an hour's time. I thought we'd get about 100 there. Very nice. And so now we've got 2 more of those. Because if I go over here, we get 1 more temple again, and if you have a look, we have another locus of corruption. So. Let's go and throw these in as well. Hey, look at that. That's a lot. What is that? 1.8 times 3, that's 7? 7 of them? So that's 12.6 div. And that was 2 div. So that's, what, just shy of 15 div there. And then those are 2 div each at a minimum. So yeah, that's about 17 div. Give or take. Right. But that is the end of that for now. Oh, and there go the simulacrums as well. And I've got like 2 more to sell. Like it, man. Yeah, go ahead and sell those. Obviously, you can run them with this build if you prefer to. No, thank you. I'll take 80 for those. Right, I'm gonna shift gears a little bit here. We'll put all of these in this dump tab. And then I'll grab a bunch of these. We got a fortress map? Excellent. I love fortress the most. It's a great map. Honestly, let's roll all 3. So these are tier 17s, significantly harder than the tier 16s, and you really need to roll these things or they will just fuck you up. Unless you're playing some like crazy builds, but like this is not a build. This is a build I've League started with and done like incremental upgrades. Nothing here is over a mirror. This would be, oh, in the hundreds of divs at this point, definitely. I've tried to min-max the crap out of this thing, but it's not a mirror. I mean, I wonder if I could calculate that, actually. That would be quite fascinating to me. The thing is, I've got double corruptions on most things, which is where I've put the money into. And, like, I've spent a lot making this gavel and shit like that. You don't need all the double corruptions. You absolutely don't need all of that. Yeah, I'll probably work out how much I've spent on this build at some point. That would be interesting. Right, that one's got reflect, so no thanks. In theory, we can run these, but I will now have a look at each of them. Yeah, sure, come get it. I don't care what this jewel is. It's probably been sitting in there for, like, ever. I wonder what build he's using. Nice. Okay. Let's have a look at each of these in turns. We're petrification statues, which I haven't noticed being a problem yet. People say that they suck. I've literally never even noticed the damn thing. So elemental weakness is it'll be fine. It's only fortress. That looks fine to me. And then we got this one. Reduced maximum life from leech. Monsters can't be stunned. I'll probably roll that off. Like, again, we'd probably be fine, but oh, I don't like Awakener's Desolation. I thought that I had that in my build already. Apparently not. Elemental weakness, blah 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 blah. That's fine. Cool. Chain, chaos resistance, elemental resistance, whatever. Looks fine as well. Okay. Unless I was doing that pretty quickly. Normally I would like really look at what each of these tier 17s does. Oh, I like to take the extra shrines. It just makes it really quick, especially on Fortress. Probably do that as well. And we use these different scarabs here. And that one, and 3 of those. Right, let's see how we go, huh? Well, I'm going to empty all of my gold, because we'll get a lot from this map. Guaranteed. So the scarabs that we have, I've kind of talked about this before, but it essentially just adds a shitload of packs of monsters to the map. That's it. That's all I'm really doing. And it adds like Conqueror influenced people. And they drop some nice bases every now and then. I think that's this one here. Hunted Traders. Oh, it might be this one, the Apparition Shrines. I actually don't know. One of them adds like Conqueror enemies though. And you'll probably see them as we blast past them. So let's just update this to say current farm T17 maps. Looks good to me. Yeah, that's posted up there. Now, the other day I did a tier 17 maps to show how the build does with it, but it had the... Oh, we got Delirium? Was that just a random chance to get Delirium, or did I not update my tree here? No, I did. I think that's just random chance then. Yeah, sure, we'll do Delirium with this, why not? Volatile cores with this? Oh god, never again. I will never do that shit again. I'm gonna do this Delirium until it gets, like, scuffed. And then I'll probably stop doing it. Because everything's probably gonna get quite tanky in this. But who knows, maybe we'll just be fine. So I emptied my inventory completely at the start of this one. In terms of gold, and we'll see how much we get from this one map. I think the boss is here already. No, he's not. Okay, that's good, because I didn't want to do him just yet. Because we could get some shrines that I may or may not take, and that will juice them up. Look at this. So much more gold than the other ones. We'll do this thing. I can't hear the music of this map over the just lightning bolts from the sky. I don't mind the Maven at all interfering with players. I don't think I've ever really noticed her doing too much for the map. Oh, look at all these bloody shields, though. That's annoying. Don't like that. Right, now this is the important thing. You cannot just take any willy-nilly nilly shrine. These things will mess you up. If you take the wrong shrine, especially on this build I've found, you can brick a map instantly. Absolutely instantly. You can make it so that you can't regenerate mana. I mean, actually, no, there's points where you can make it so you can't regenerate mana. Even if you bring a mana flask in, it doesn't work. Because we always have our endurance charges up, right? And you just can't do anything. So they're quite frustrating, these things. Honestly, I might go kill the boss now. I was going to do the whole map first. Oh no, the Delirium's going to end. Oh. It's because I got no Delirium-like talents, so it's just going to end in 12 splinters. Look at that. Awful. Well, I think I'll clear the map first, and then we'll go back to the boss. How's that? Like, look at this. What is happening right now? It's like butter. This is a tier 17 map. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. The first time I walked into one of these maps, I got messed up. Absolutely messed up. Again, I really want to sell those bloody Atsuado things, but I can't. I'm busy. Maybe that's something to list after the stream then. If I'm doing something like this. Maybe I'll leave the map off, just so you can kind of get a bit more visual clarity of what we're doing on this build. But it can be summed up as I am ice crashing everything, and it normally dies after one hit. With the exception of the boss, it'll take a good 3, maybe 4. It depends on what mods are on the map. Hey, we got the other boss fight here. I'll lose all my headhunter buffs if I do that now, so I'm gonna leave a portal here and we'll come back to that, huh? Play, yeah, that one would brick the map. So I'm not taking that shit. Eldritch minions gain a bunch of stuff, sure. I don't care about them. So there it was like player gains minus 51% physical damage reduction. Now I'm hitting myself with this build every single time we attack. We're hitting ourselves for like a fairly significant portion of our life. We just don't care about it because of all of our endurance charges and stuff. So that, we would feel it. Every single time I attack, I'd have to war cry like 3 times to get my life back before I could do it again. It's just annoying. So we don't take that shrine. What is going on right now? We're just... yeah, that one's probably fine. I'm reflecting chill back at myself now, but like, that's fine. We can't be slowed anyway, or frozen. So that's happy days. Very nice. One of the shrines we've picked up is actually like really slowing down my clear speed, because it means I have to stand still and attack like 3 times in a row before I can move again. So when that one ends, we'll be able to zoom again. It's kind of a funny one. There we go, I think it's over now already. Yep, it is, definitely. Alright, I think we can probably go mess the boss up, and then I'll come back this way for the little Starfall Crater boss fight. Alright, here's the boss fight. I don't have any flasks up, which is kind of annoying, but oh, there we go, we got a couple there. Bonk, bonk, bonk. As I said, he takes a few. There you go, he took about, what, like 10, maybe 12 hits there? But he goes down pretty quick. It would be amazing if we could one-shot a tier 17 boss, but no, we don't. Our damage doesn't work like that. Look at that. Reduced recovery of life, mana, and an energy shield per endurance charge. That would break the map instantly. because we'd have 7 times, what was it, 19% reduced life and mana and stuff. So you would ice crash once, your mana's gone, that's it. No more mana for you. So stupid. Oh well. Alright, just finish this fortress map off real quick here. Pretty buttery smooth though, must say. And then like the rewards are normally just terrible. Chance to drop a jeweler's orb. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. That's worth like nothing. Like literally nothing. What do you got? Reduced defenses per frenzy charge. Nope. Bricks. Or 2.4% chance to drop an orb of alteration. You see, this is why I don't like these shrines. They're just... yeah, I don't know. That's why I ended up rolling Maven for quite a while. Alright, this guy is a bit of a joke, so happy days. He always seems to phase for me though. You can never just one-shot him. And then he like janks up and just walks around like I've given him a concussion for a while, half the time.
Steel yourself, warrior.
Now, of course, this boss fight is where you get the amazing Svalin shield from. I've had to drop a few times this league. Oh, hey, look, it worked for once. Normally he goes, ooh, power room. Like, why is he still talking when he's dead? He's been such a janky fight, that one. Oh, dear. Alright, we're done here. This is 32 monsters left. So it was a fairly slow full clear over tier 17 there, but, you know, we got it done. Right, that map gave us 77,000. That's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not great. I've seen over 100,000 from one tier 17 map before. And we got some really good loot in there. Like this is like 50 chaos at least. The power room we got there, they've come way down in price, but maybe like 2 div or something like that. Let's have a look actually, because I don't need it. Yep, sure, 2 div. I'll take that. Thank you. There was a point in this league, excuse me, where they were like 6 to 8 div or something. Ooh, what happened to my voice then? Yeah, we'll just... oh, there we go. We will put all this gold away again. And go do another one. I'm going to run these back to back here. Yeah, I really should be taking the increased quant of items in the area. I like the Domination Shrine one because there's just more shrines everywhere and you can just kind of zoom about, but you really should be taking item quantity, so I will do that. It's the better thing to take when you're doing a tier 17. At least for my build, that is. Not build, for my Atlas tree. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what that is. I doubt it's good though. Maybe it is, I don't know. Wow, this one just feels like butter. Oh, it's because, yeah, last time we did that Delirium as well, and that, like, just gives everything a bit of, like, damage reduction. But, like, you can see without the Delirium here, it's just a joke. Look at these enemies. It's just like they don't exist. It's pretty nice. Final boss drops 4 chromatic orbs. Like, how terrible is that? It's just awful. 4 chromatic orbs? What? Whoa, look at all this gold. Yum. Alright, here's the shrine here. Yeah, sure, whatever. Chilled ground or something I saw was on the ground there. Oh, on the altars, sorry. It's fine. Obviously, with the altars, what you're looking for is to take the ones that give you increased item, what is it called, rarity and quantity, whatever. But you really do need to read the modifiers, because if you just take one wrong thing, yeah, it's curtains for your map. And don't forget, like, this tier 17 map we're running right now costs probably 110 chaos just for the map. So you really want to make sure you don't brick it. Because, yeah, you just sell the damn thing. I'm going to go around the map again, and then we'll come back to the boss. And this is why I think I'd like to try the Rogue Exile strategy. Yeah, that's fine. I think the final boss now is going to take some work to kill, because he's like resisting 80% resistance of cold damage and shit like that, but he'll die all the same. As long as we don't take any of those nodes that's like reduced blah to charge, I find they're the main offenders for just like bricking your map. They're just awful. Very smooth. Oh, there was a wild wood at the start? Oh, that's funny. Guess we could go do it now. It's a bit late, but it was just beneath the start. So this thing, this is my understanding of what's going on in this little zone. I actually don't really know very well. But basically, we kill crap, and it adds these wisps at the bottom here. You can see the counter. And they will then empower stuff in the map, I think, and give them more item quantity. Again, if someone's watching and knows what actually is happening in here, that'd be great. And then you can also find a few things like omens, which can sell quite nicely in here. You can even find little shrines that might say, like, you will do guaranteed critical strikes for the next map, but you take more damage, or stuff like that. Doesn't seem that impactful, honestly, most of the time. I've never got anything amazing in here, but it's worth running, at least. There we go, that's the end. And so all these little wisps here, look, monsters empowered with wisps have damage reduction, more projectiles, area of effect, and item rarity. So yeah, I think we were pretty much right about synopsis. Alright. We saw outside the map there. Okay, just channeling something. I guess we'll grab the shrine and then use our way back to the boss. Happy days. Whatever this one is. Looks like it's one of the ones we've added to the map. It's a glorious plate. That's not a bad drop there. Influenced one. Again, are they worth anything at this point in the league when there's not as many people playing? Probably not. Who knows? Speed! One of those robots just sound like it shat itself. That's funny. How come I'm seeing outside the map there? Do you guys see it? Not seen that happen before. Drox is somewhere in the background trying to attack me, but it's just not gonna happen, buddy. Want any of these? I don't think I care about these orders, really. Like, it just takes so long to just stop and go. Oh, is this gonna brick my map instantly? But you can't run Maven on a tier 17, so you gotta pick one of them. Alright, we're gonna go Blood Stance for this boss fight. And we will see how we go. I have powered him up, you can see, holy moly, he hit me good there. But we're fine. You can see some of the shrines we took, like, gave him cold resistance and crap like that, so he's really taken a lot longer to kill this time. Alright, he's doing this phase. I might just focus on dodging for a second. Oh god, we're gonna die. Maybe we didn't. Good. I actually forgot that he goes back around the other way there. That was quite exciting. I'm just playing this quite safely. I don't need to. We're level 100. There's no penalty for dying, but I mean, I want to show a good fight, right? And he's good. That made that one quite fun because he wouldn't just die in like 4 hits. So that's a bad shield, right? I don't need to pick that up. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick that up. Yeah, that was a bit more of a engaged boss fight there because we had really juiced them up. I mean, what did we do? He had 10% max cold resistance, 80% to cold resistance, and yeah, that was enough to juice him up there. Makes sense, right? All our damage is cold. Every single bit of it, so. Alright, we got another 75k there. This is Heat Shiver, right? Like, why did it make this look interesting on my loot filter? It's a 10 chaos item. What's so exciting about this thing? I don't know. Let's just corrupt it. Nothing. Oh well. Dump it in there. A whole bunch of loot. I'll sort through it later. Let's not worry about that now. There you go. There was another nice tier 17 map. So we actually got more gold in the first one. And I think that's because I've taken shrines on it, which means that like all of my shrines on my maps are surrounded by packs of enemies. So there's just more enemies, and yeah. We'll do one more fortress here. Why not? But one thing I will look into off stream is like what the meta strat is for tier 17 maps, and like either with strong boxes or the rogue exiles I'm quite interested in. And then we'll see if this build can do it, because I haven't tried it, so I don't know. But it'll be interesting to find out. Sure. See, this is just a random base item that I got from like doing this tier 17 farming. Like, there's good influenced bases that will drop that you can sell for up to like a div or more sometimes. I mean, that one might have been better than that. I don't really care. So yeah, look, we've got a decent amount of currency here, and what did I say before? There was like 15 or 17 div worth of temples there. So, oh, and with that, yeah, we've probably got 100 div right here. This is not, they're not bad farms I've got going on, I don't think. Again, compared to what some people do in this game, like printing mirrors, and like, I'm so slow at farming currency, but it's just because I'm not doing all this amazing stuff. I'm just kind of chilling. Just doing what's fun, right? Fun for me, that is. Like, I'm so tempted to just ignore these altars for this map. I just cannot be bothered. I just want to zoom through and do it quickly. So I think that's what we'll do. Unless we see the, like, Divine Orb one. Because then I think we'll be taking it. This is the main reason I'm even using the Eater one here. Because there's a very rare chance that you get, whenever you kill a pack of enemies, they'll drop a Divine Orb. Or can drop Divine Orbs, I should say. Now that's good stuff. So that's all I'm looking for right now, and if it doesn't say Divine Orb, I am not interested. Screw it, we'll do the boss right now. Why not? Is he possessed? I think he's possessed this time. Exciting. But he's certainly not as tanky as last time, that's for sure. Bye-bye! Yeah. Love to see it. Again, you should really do the boss after you've gone through the whole map, because you might get some interesting altars that do something for the boss, but whatever. We'll take our Uber fragments and go. Now again, You probably want to do something better than this for considering the price of the map that we're running. But you can do this this strat with the scarabs that I'm running on any tier 17 map, and like I have got some really good drops before. Just because you got so many enemies and you're getting a lot of gold, you're getting a lot of scarabs mainly. Like my tree is geared for scarab farming here. So it's really, you get some like nice scarab drops every now and then. Something just dropped off screen somewhere. I think it's up here. I don't know how this stuff dies up here after time. Like, these are screens and screens away. I assume it's just Ice Crash doing its thing. It's gotta be. And then like blowing up a barrel somewhere, and then that has a chain reaction and blows up a whole bunch of other barrels. I think that's probably what's happening. Huh? And like, there'll be a lot of scarabs dropping on this map right now, but I'm filtering a hell of a lot of them out. But in the ideal world, you'd be picking all of them up and just selling them in bulk at the currency exchange. How come I can't hear any music on this map? Does this map just not have music? That's less fun. Hey, there's the nameless seer. What'd I tell you? He always shows up on the maps that I don't want him to show up on. It's like his thing. Alright, we'll see if he's got anything good for me today. But I doubt it. Let's go have a look quickly. Hey buddy, what do you got for me today? That's crap. Some things I know that are bad just by looking at them. But the rest, I really gotta check them all. I'm pretty sure this is terrible. Sintrek, like a couple chaos, right? And this big hammer. I think this is all crap. Thanks, man. I'll take that one. You could at least show up on the defiled cathedral that I want you to show up on, or something. Ah, well. I even found Residence a bunch at one point, because that's got a really good div card that can drop. No, nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I think that's what this map is missing, some good music. It's like, it's very quiet. Guess I could play my own, but gonna probably stop soon anyway. We haven't really got that many exciting drops in this one, have we? Not really anything that's dropped. Oh, what's up with that? Like, I'm kind of done with the map. It's pretty uneventful. I mean, it was still buttery smooth, but like, yeah, there's in terms of like, if we make our money's worth instead of just selling the map there, because Fortress is so expensive compared to the other ones, like probably not. Like, you should be picking these things up, but they're getting filtered out as well. Alright, I'm not going to walk around this map for a few enemies. So here's what I might do for just a second here. Just before I sign off. Because this is kind of what I'm working on at the moment, right? Let's see if we can get some things here. How many does this dude have? Just give me 2 seconds here. I'm on the trade website at the moment. Because we've got a good few divines in our belt now. What was this dude's name? God, we're gonna have to go down the list here. Just give me a second, everyone. Where is this dude's name? Here he is. Alright. What's 0.2 of a div right now? It is 31C. Okay, that's fine. Is he gonna? Again, this is the problem. I long for the day where like almost everything is in this currency exchange, right? Because like why are these beasts? Why can we not sell them? They're itemized. They're not like gear. Just chuck them in the currency exchange. Excuse me. And like maps, maps is a huge one. That would be fantastic if they were in the currency exchange as well. QI. Now, the reason I took a second to look that up, rather than just like grabbing whoever was at the top of the bulk exchange list, is because these vivid vultures, and what these do is they're the beast crafting thing that re-rolls my synth implicit, right? Excuse me. If you look at the modifier they've got on them here, these are rare ones. You don't find them all the time. I think what's happened is this is people that are actually just farming normal maps, and then get lucky enough to have a vivid vulture show up. So at the bottom it says there's a 40% chance here for it not to be consumed when it's sacrificed at the blood altar. I like that very much. So you get these from time to time when you're buying vultures off people. What's this thing? Whoa! What? When did this thing drop? This is worth like 6 divines. Where was this from? Alright. Well, let's Blessed Orb the thingy up to max. I think it's 30%. I'm running out of Blessed Orbs. There we go. Got it right at the end. Okay, interesting. I'll put that up for 7 divines for now. I don't even remember getting that. Well, there you go. That was probably in the last fortress map we did. So we did get a good drop, after all. We definitely made our money back. So happy days. This thing is worth like 3 chaos. I'm probably just going to disenchant it. Yeah, we didn't even get that much gold in that last map. There was just not a lot going on. That's alright. So we will go to Einhar's place here. And so this is kind of my pet project at the moment that I'm working on. I basically take my gavel off, and I get my old two-handed mace that I never ever use anymore because I do 100 million damage with the one-handed weapon instead. There's just no point using the two-hander. And then we chuck this in here, and basically what we're going to do is, you see those 2 mods at the top? We've got increased attack damage or damage with poison. Ideally, and there's no way to for me to influence this at all, we roll off the damage with poison and we get something good. Now, what's probably going to happen is we're going to lose the attack damage, and then on this process goes until I get fed up. But yeah, so this is kind of what I'm doing. So we just re-roll the modifier. It will choose a random one. There we go. Get rid of him. And we see what happened. And as you can see, it rolled the attack damage off and replaced it with spell damage, which is garbage. So now I have 2 bad implicits on my thing. And so then I would do this again. Now, many times I've had 1 good implicit modifier and 1 like okay one. I'm just being very greedy, and I would like to have like 2 good modifiers, right? Physical attack damage leached as mana. We don't need it. We got lucky. Our Vivid Vulture didn't get used, at least one of them. So we can do another one. Why not? This is kind of what my project is at the moment. They go like chaos resistance. There's all sorts of stuff that you can get. Oh, we got lucky again. All right, we'll go again. Why not? Until these ones are gone. Just to show what I'm kind of working on at the moment. Now, in the ideal world, I wouldn't have already made a amazing mace. Okay, we're back to quality of socketed melee gems. In the ideal world, you'd have a magic weapon, and then you can take like an imprint of it, which is like a backup copy almost. And so what you would do is you would just re-roll your implicits while it's still a magic thing, and then you would craft it to be an amazing weapon after that. That's not the position I'm in. Oh wow, still going with these, okay. So I'm just gonna spam re-roll until I get things that I'm happy with. Increased conductivity curse effect. You know, there's all sorts of random stuff here. I bet you they're gone now. Nope. Okay. There's a dude just hanging out over here. Adds chaos damage, like just real random stuff like this. Okay, there you go. And now we're out of vivid vultures. But we got all of that just from 2, so that's not terrible. And so obviously, if I have a look in POE right now, over my old mace, which had the attack damage on it, I've just lost 1.2 million damage. Oh no! Doesn't really matter. But like, eventually, I'm hoping that we will we will get 2 good implicit modifiers, or at least just one like amazing one, and then eventually I'll be happy and just say, alright, enough's enough. But the thing is, I don't really know what else to replace right now. Like, the only thing that I can see... I have 8k hours and I've never played Ice Crash. Looks so satisfying to play. I cannot recommend it enough. I'm only at, like, 8k? Holy damn, man. I'm at... What does it even say on Steam now? 1,800 as of yesterday. Or today, sorry. What am I talking about? 1,800, and favorite build I've played over the, I don't know, 8-9 years I've been playing this game, without a doubt. It's just so much fun. The screen explodes, and it's satisfying. I actually do have a little bit more time, so I might just try and buy a couple more vultures here real quick before I go. Doesn't look like there's any of these 40% chance not to be used ones up right now, so we might just have to buy whatever instead. So I'll try and bulk buy some. Oh yeah, it's my favorite. Like, yeah, without a doubt, I have played. Let's find out. I don't want to see this thing here. Whoa! Look at that. Again, that includes a lot of AFK time and just selling stuff. Like, I was away on vacation for a few weeks across the last couple months, and I would just have my laptop off selling things. But 19 days of in-game time of some sort just being in the game on this one character. That's how much I've loved it. Is it good at bossing? It's phenomenal at bossing. Let me show you this real quick. Is this thing working? There we go. Here is my boss damage. Like, that's all you need to know. Over 100 million. It is fantastic. I've killed... I'm not very good at the Uber boss fights because I need to practice the mechanics, but I've done a bunch of them so far. Where is that list? Isn't it in like the challenges? Down here? Yeah, here we go. These are the ones I've done so far. I've played POE in like a month. It's making me want to play. Again, I cannot recommend it enough. Especially this like one-handed mace and shield version. You could use a one-handed axe or a one-handed sword instead. You just get the defenses as well as the damage. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's absolutely bonkers damage. How many you want? What's 0.8 of a div right now? It's 123C. I'm just gonna give him one. Again, I like to do my trading off stream normally because... Oh, he's giving me 4. Hold on, I've only got 1, buddy. You didn't tell me you wanted 2. There you go. Pop up. Boom. Enjoy! Look at that. The Alva temples are so good at making a bit of currency, man. And I've got a lot of those things. I've got 17 div worth of those things just from this stream. How long have we been streaming for? And again, I was doing tier 17s the last while. It normally tells me somewhere. Whatever, it doesn't matter right now. But yeah, Jared, I cannot recommend it enough. It's been so fun. I've got a few different videos on my YouTube channel. You may have seen them, you may have not already. You can start this as like a two-handed axe build on a complete budget. It will take you all the way up to tier 16s, but eventually you're going to hit a wall, and you are going to start... I think my headphone's disconnected there. You will start dying, and that's why I theory crafted this one-hand and shield version. Yeah. Just to run you through it real quick then, if you're interested, basically the concept behind it is you stack 7 endurance charges and all of this stuff on my tree here, and then you try and get your crit multiplier as high as possible up here. I've sacrificed a bit of my crit multiplier for like other things at the moment, like here. I've only got 3 of it on a jewel to get corrupted blood. Immunity up here is 7% increased life. You know, but you could just put crit multiplier on there as well, and your damage just scales over and over and over. Like, yeah, that's how you scale your damage in the Endgame. Like, you want to see something crazy? We've got a lot of defensive nodes right now. Let's just refund a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, all 3 of those, and then we'll just start putting like, oh, actually these ones are okay. We can just like allocate a bunch of these points into other stuff. Like, even without doing it optimally there, like, look, that's at almost 120 million now. Oh, I've got all 3 of these you could refund. I'm pretty sure we could take that one out and put it down here. What are we at now? 128 million? What is this? Do you run Resolute Technique and switch to crit? Okay. One sec, just turning my auto exertions off because they're in the background. We don't run Resolute Technique. Where is that again? Up here. Oh yeah, because that one says you never deal critical strikes. So yeah, we definitely don't do that. I know that that's quite common, I think, in some builds to like get a double corruption with that on it. But no, we definitely don't use that because this whole build is about getting your crit and your hit chance to 100%, and then blowing up the screen, basically. Alright, I'm going to close that. I don't have too much time here, but let's see if we can quickly buy a couple vultures and just re-roll this thing some more, huh? Let's see if this guy will sell me 10. I know that people selling in mega bulk only want to sell like 10 up. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've messaged this guy before. He normally only wants 10. I do Resolute Technique until I have enough crit gear. Ah, okay. Honestly, there's probably something better you could do with this build. Let me open up POE again. If I'm just remembering right. Honestly, let me show you this real quick, dude. The very first ascendancy point you're going to take is this one right here, undeniable, and then you're fine. You basically have 100% hit chance. Like, just straight up. That's why we take Jugg. It's got really good ascendancies. You get all those endurance charges. You got unstoppable, so you can't be frozen. And yeah, you're pretty zoomy. Unbreakable is crazy. You just try and aim for about 4k armor on your body armor. Like, that's probably the one thing I could upgrade in my build now, with my remaining gear. Would be, whoa. Oh no, I got DC'd. Yeah, we get absolute mega accuracy. So, yeah, you just basically take that. Also, there was a thing I was going to look up for you. If somehow that didn't give you enough hit chance, there's like a physical mastery that you can take, probably like here. And then, I can't remember where it is, but there's one that's like, enemies' hits can't, or enemies can't block your attacks or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, just take the Juggernaut Ascendancy. It'll sort you out. And especially so if you're using the one-handed Mason Shield, you get, because it just increases your attack speed a little bit, but not too much. I'm just going to assume that that's 0.8 of a div. I'm just going to trust them. I don't care. There you go, homie. Yeah, no worries. Honestly, I'm always around on Discord or in-game if you have more questions. I've helped so many people with this build at this point. I think what I need to do is make like a common mistakes video that I see people making. Oh, it's an attack mastery. Thank you. That's why I couldn't find it. But yeah, there's like a few common mistakes I see people make. Like, this is a huge one here. People link arrogance to all their auras rather than just the precision. Just like little things like that. Or they don't like go hard on getting to 100% hit chance as soon as possible. And things like that will just mess you up early on. So I should probably do a video like that at some point. It might help people. But I tried to put as much of that information as I can in the POB notes here. Like, if I'm not around to answer your questions, like this probably will. Oh, sweet, Jared. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Let me just go back over here. Well, I was going to try and do something just while I had a second before I need to go. But no one's selling vultures in bulk right now. 16.2 divine, we can do that. 0.2 divine was what? 31 C? No, 46 C. Okay. There we go. Alright. People have this weird tendency of gearing up to like 70% of a build guy and then... Yeah, that's very true. But that's alright. That's why I'm happy to help people in like the Discord and stuff. Because this game is hard, right? Like, that's an oversimplification, probably. Oh, nice. Some of these have chance not to be consumed, so I'm happy. Do I could have overpaid for that? I don't even know anyway. Challenges me to PvP. Solo? What? No, I don't want to do PvP. I don't think I've done PvP in my life in this game. No, thank you. I'm good. What was this? This needs to go in here. 1.8 div. Alright, just before I head off, let's do a couple more synth implicit rerolls, because I would love to get at least one good one back, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Jared, were you here when I was doing the tier 17 mapping? I hope you were. I hope you didn't just join when I'm doing the silly synth thing. But if by any chance you were, just like go back in the stream a little bit, and you'll see how it works in like proper mapping. Is there a bloody thing hiding in one of these doors again? Hello? Am I DCing? What's happening? What was that? What do we get here? 28% spell damage. Wow. No, thank you. Let's try that again. So this is, as you can tell, a very expensive project, but like it's the end of the league for me, really. Like I'm just kind of gambling my money away. I joined right as I said I haven't ever played. Oh wow, yeah, you should definitely go back in the stream just a little bit. Maybe when I'm done, and you'll see me actually zooming through some tier 16 or tier 17 maps, rather than just killing these little mini bosses in here. Come on, give me something good. Frostbite Curse Effect, that's interesting. I didn't know you could get that. Let's roll that to 15% and see what, there you go, 15%. Let's jump on over to Theory Crafting here. Maximize that one up. So here's my old gavel before I started doing this. 26% attack damage is going to be hard to beat. Oh, it actually did beat it. There you go. 419,000 damage over having attack damage on there instead. Ready to see me roll that off instantly? Oh dear. But I want two good ones. If I can get 2 good ones, I will be so happy. Physical attack damage leeched his life. It's not bad, but I want like elemental damage or something there, you know? I want like something really good. Alright, hold on, we'll sell this thing real quick. This is how I'm sustaining my, these rerolls right now, is selling these Alva temples. Ah, there you go. See, some people, yeah, increased curse effect is huge, but I think there are better ones. So I wonder if that's the best I've got so far. Hold on, let's go back here real quick. Oh, hold on. Someone wants to buy something else immediately. There's always so much that happens in this game. There's just something to do at all times. Where is this flask? There. Yeah, sure, enjoy. What? Come back. Yo. Very good. Chuck this back in here. Honestly, people are buying this for 2 div now, so I'm gonna list all of these for 2 div. Look at that, there's 6 of them right there. People, come get them. Right, let me just jump back in here. What I want to check is... POE is truly... Oh, it's phenomenal. I always get in like the mood for it every year or a few years or so. I'm just like, oh, I could really sink my teeth into POE now, and then I go absolutely degenerate on it in my free time. And that's how you get this Ice Crash build. So that takes me to 107,537. What's in the POV that I have linked? Oh, that's before I even re-rolled these synth implicits. That's quite old now. Oh wow, that POV listed there is quite old. That's only at 65 million damage. But, I mean, it still gets the point across them. So. What I'm interested in, though, I swear at one point we had... I'm trying to remember what implicit I had. But it doesn't, like, have them on here, which is annoying, in POV. Excuse me. But let's say, I want to say it was like just elemental damage or something like that. Or just adds flat physical damage. Let me check my Discord. Oh yeah, it'll be in my Discord. Here we go. Let's see if just Frostbite increased cursed effect is the best gavel I've made so far. And if it is, maybe I should stop for a bit. I've had 30%... What's it called? Global physical damage. Let's see if that's any better. 30%... What is it? Increased global... Yeah, it is. Okay. Increased global physical damage. Okay, so no, the 30... Oh, well, look at that. It's like pretty much even. Like 0.0%. So this frostbite thing versus the global physical damage, they are on par with each other. So that's interesting. This maze, as I have it right now, is tied. Tied for first. But I still only got 1 implicit. You see how greedy I am here? I'm using all of my money on trying to get 2 good implicits. So bye-bye, frostbite. It was nice seeing you. This is my project at the moment. What else are we going to use the currency on? It's just going to rot in the standard tab, so... Lightning resistance. I mean, it's not terrible, is it? Lightning resistance, but it's not damage, so... Oh. I'm out of vultures. Well, damn. Just going to send a quick message here. But yeah, there's just so much to do in this game. 15% frostbite is very not bad at all. Again, it's just the whole reason why I've been doing this little thing at the moment is to get 2 good implicits, though. I don't think I'll be able to stop until I have 2 like god tier implicits on the thing. Am I going to play POE 2 in November? Honestly, I might be too busy. I would love to, but I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to be too busy. So sadly, if I do, it will be sporadically. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, if you end up actually playing this Ice Crash build, you can probably buy some of my old gear. I'll probably sell it to you for cheaper as well. If I know it's going to an Ice Crasher, I don't care. I'll sell it cheap. Surely a couple more vultures, and then I'll stop. Oh hi, I copied your build and made some adjustments. At around 10 divs, I managed to make a 1 mil DPS and 1.8 mil EHP Pinnacle Guardian build. Seems like the most important thing for damage is the weapon. Yes and no. Could you drop your path of building here, Bandit? One thing that I want to point out real quick. This one's quite important because I didn't know this either. With regards to effective hit pool, this is quite an important thing to tick here. You may have done this already, in which case that's amazing. Wow, you've got a hell of an effective hit pool. But if you haven't ticked disable EHP gain on block or suppress, it can be really inflated. Like, look, mine says I'm over 1 mil without that. When I used to use the anvil necklace, in fact, I'll show you this right now. Again, I might be preaching to the choir here. You already know all of this, but I'll do it anyway. What was my one? It had additional curse on it. And then it was anointed with testudo. There, look at what this does. Boom! Infinite effective hit pool. And like, I thought that was really cool, and that was something amazing to work toward. I actually wanted to work that into the build, but then, yeah, I was told that you need to tick this button to get a more realistic look at your effective hit pool here. So that, like, look, that's how good the anvil is. That takes us to 1 million. 400k without it? Okay, yeah, so that's not bad at all. But just, yeah, that's something really important to keep in mind. So, like, my effective hit pool without that ticked is 705k right now. Yeah, I'd never seen that either. But when I posted the video on Reddit, everyone was like, "Oh, that's old news. That's so boring, dude. What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Oh, okay then. Never mind." But it's fine. It was good for me to learn. And the most important thing I got out of that was to tick that thing. I didn't know that configuration existed there. So, you know, in a way, it made sense that I got that feedback. But yeah, you have to drop your POV in Discord or something, Bandit, because like you can push above 1 million DPS. Oh my goodness, you can go way higher than that. I mean, look, I'm at 107 mil right now. But I'd be curious to see what the tweaks you've made is, because I've picked up all sorts of cool stuff from other people playing with this build as well, right? Like everything that I've got in here now is not all from me. Like, I didn't know timeless jewels existed. This was someone else's idea. I've just found a really good ones for the build. I didn't even know these were a thing, this league. There's just so much here. Oh, it doesn't allow links? Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I can... I don't know how to get around that. It'll be auto-moderator, just like smacking you down. How can I get around that? Have you got like the link so that it says like pob.in/blah? Can you just copy that end bit? Can you copy that end bit? Do you see that on the screen? Is that on the disk? Yeah. Do you see how like this end bit here is FRW blah 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 blah? If you just paste all of that here, then I'll be able to get to your POV, and we can have a look together. Yeah, what Jared said. That will get me there. I was gonna buy some more Vivid Vultures, but maybe I'll buy this one. While we're waiting, I'll buy this one. And I'll say to him ×2, because then I can buy it for 5 div. Would be great. Hey, I like that. Oh, I'm not seeing your message. Hold on. Yeah, I think auto moderator is just nuking you for some reason. Ah, whatever. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, I'm not even seeing your messages in. Can you just try and type it one more time for me, Bandit? Just that final bit? And hopefully this time I'll see people who take time to answer other things. Oh yeah, I'm happy to help. It's just nice to it's nice to see more people playing this build. And again, I must say this. This was not my build originally. I have built upon someone else's build from the POE forums. His name's Hero Evermore. Really, really nice guy. And I just I was like, I'm in love with this build. I'm going to push it as far as I can. Okay, I can see that one. Thank you. So let's have a look here, huh? Imports. Whoops. So what do you need to do? You have to do https pobb.in / right 9 EEYS5 SDUPZ4. See if that works. Hey, we're in. Okay. So, very first thing that we need to look at when I look at a new POB, I cannot emphasize this enough. I have it pinned in my Discord as well in the Ice Crash channel, is to make sure your config's set up right. You want to put your stance to blood stance, because when we're doing bossing, that's what you want to be in. We want to disable that EHP gain on block and suppress. We want to make sure we're fighting a Guardian or Pinnacle boss, which you've got. That's awesome. And then the enemy's always going to be chilled because of us and our crit chance and stuff. If they are exposed to cold, are they with your setup? Probably not, unless you're using a awakened cold penetration. No, you're not. So that's okay. You don't have that yet, but we can get that in. They will be intimidated, though, because we will auto-exert that. And I think that's all you'll probably need for now. We probably don't need these ones on. You've got fortification on, you've got all these charges on, so that's great. So now this config looks good. So the main things that I would say is put your blood stance up here. Oh, you've got okay, sweet, nice. Right. So that does indeed take you to just about 1 mil DPS. However, I can immediately see a few things here that we can address. Right, I'll get into this. It's probably the last thing I do on the stream, right? You're only level 92, so that's all right. You've got a long headway to go here. But the first thing that I see whenever I look at a new POB, right, is up here. What's your hit chance? What's your crit chance? These are the two most important things for this build. In fact, any build, I would honestly argue. If that hit chance is not 100%, that has to be your top priority. Like, nothing else matters except for getting hit chance to 100%. Because without having that at 100%, you are missing part of the time, or getting well, yeah, no, I think it's just missing, and that gimps your damage completely. So where can we get that for you? You're using Undeniable, so that's really good. You are using a Gavel, so that's fine. You're using the one-handed build. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of... Are you solo self-found at all, Bandit? Or... So you're doing the counters having the things. Also, hit chance is doubly. Oh yeah, absolutely right. Jared's so on the ball there. If you're not hitting 100% of the time, you're certainly not critting. And have a look here. It's saying that your effective crit chance is lower down. Yeah, you roll to hit twice on crit. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So your effective crit chance, which we want as 100%, is only 41% right now. You're on standard, awesome. So you'll be able to do a lot of tweaks here. So that's the main thing that I would say for you. Maybe I should type this as we go. So number 1 is get hit chance to 100% ASAP, and crit chance to 100% as well. These are the pillars of the build. Without that, yeah, you're really gonna suffer. Oh, hold on. Someone's messaging me. Want to buy all of my... Oh, look at this. We love Alva. Alva's good to me. They're buying all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. What's 6 times 55? That's what the calculator's for. 330. I would also accept 2 div and some change. See what he does. And then I'll go back to your POV there. But we'll be able to make a lot of tweaks to that, and yeah, you'll be able to scale it really well from there. But I'm also curious what you've done as well. There we go. There's 2 divs of change. I'm happy with that. Boom. DY. Okay, back to it. So there's number 1. You want to get hit and crit chance to 100% as soon as possible. Number 2. Hold on. Let's just get that there. I need to have. Whoa, is that going like real big on the screen for you guys? Try that. How does that look? That looks a bit better. You don't stream each. Oh no! This is like the first time I've been streaming ever. I'm just kind of doing this for fun, really. And yeah, I just kind of took this build that I like the look of and just was like, I want to push that thing. All right. There's a lot going on here, my friend. If I'm being completely honest, I think what you will need to do, honestly, the notes in the path of building will probably really help you with the things that you need to do here, Bandit. So like number 2, like if you're doing the one-handed build, you're gonna want a Svalin shield. That thing is insane and will really help you out. Like this one that you've got here is interesting, but there's so many. It's just not. It's not great. Like I'm not trying to put you down. It's just like this gear could be completely upgraded. Like here you've got the shield. It's only got 25% chance to block, a little bit of spell damage, and then it's got things like chance to avoid being frozen. But we can do that just by taking the unstoppable ascendancy here. Is 295 divs? What? Oh my goodness me. Like it's pretty build enabling though. I never ever play standard. Okay, whatever. We'll bench the Svalin for now. Your best chance there is just run a bunch of T16 maps and try and find the boss and get it to drop from him then. Because, like, that is insane. 295 divs. I never play standard for that reason. The economy is completely whack, right? But that will be a huge thing for you to get. So that's going to be number 2. If you can jot these down as we go. Because I'm going to be heading off kind of soon. Right, number 3. Oh, yeah. This is a big one. Your armor on your body armor needs to be 4K, ideally. And then your Eldritch implicits want to be... You can actually do a few things here, depending on if you need, defenses or damage. But you can take, like, spell block and stuff like that. But I'm just going to recommend the damage one. So that's Hatred Aura and Crit Multi for attack skills. And then, yep, that's looking pretty good. You've got physical damage reduction, you've got a life roll, yada, yada, yada. Like, that's a good chest piece, but the armor is so low. The armor's really low. That's something that I try and address. I quit in 2019, and so yeah. Awesome, yeah, no, again, dude, you'll be able to make some tweaks here to completely juice this build up for you. You've already got a great start. Look, you're at 1 million damage already. Like, this is fantastic. These are just the things I'd recommend. Ralakesh's boots. This is something that a lot of people use in combination with a certain belt. I don't think it's worth it for this build. I personally don't think it's worth it. We can already sustain all endurance charges, all frenzy charges, and all power charges at all times. Using the most important thing for this build, which is mob mentality. And lead by example on a medium cluster jewel. Honestly, that's like the single most important thing for the build, in my opinion. You get that on a medium cluster jewel, Yeah, I assumed you just you just been like using a character you've already got and moving it around a bit. I've made that assumption. I wouldn't use these boots. I honestly don't think they're worth it unless you use a specific belt with them, and I don't like to use that belt with this build or these boots, honestly. Um, yeah, you'll be able to pick up some solid rares here. So for your boots, I really recommend this is number 5 boots, rare boots, life, resists, chaos resist, move speed, and then your eldritch implicits are doing this off the top of my head equals cold damage and damage per endurance charge. Normally I do a little write up for people on the Discord. I don't normally do this live. But hopefully you can just like copy those things I write as we go. You've got a good enough anvil amulet, but the main thing is if you are going to use the anvil, anvil needs to be corrupted with you can apply an additional curse. I don't know how much that'll be in standard. But yeah, you need to apply 2 curses for this build. You see how you've got... Well, technically, you're not actually using the gloves that I recommend, which is these ones here. I highly recommend you use these because it's going to get your accuracy and your crit chance up. I cannot recommend the Oscarms enough. Like, I tried rare gloves out. I used rare gloves while I was gearing up for quite a long time, but I always came back to these things. These things are, in my opinion, mandatory for the build. Do you see what it says on here? 2% increased critical strike chance per 200 accuracy rating. It also gives you 39% increased global accuracy rating, and then when we take our ascendancy over here, which is giving us 500 accuracy rating, yeah, you get the idea. So they are mandatory, in my opinion, for the build. And yes, you're absolutely right, Jared. Assassin's Mark gives you power charges. However, you are right, but you're also wrong. This thing gives you power charges right here. This is the single most important thing in the build. I cannot emphasize this enough. I need to make that video saying the common problems that people fall into with the build is not having this cluster jewel. You need it. Mob mentality, which you take with this war cry here, this mastery. War cries have a minimum of 10 power. That thing means that whenever you war cry, you have a 5% chance to grant an endurance, frenzy, or power charge per power. And if you notice here, I'm auto-exerting 3 war cries. And then I manually cast 2 war cries. And all of those things, just look at it. I'm already at max everything. All of my max charges there. It's crazy. So yeah, get that thing as soon as possible or make it yourself. Yeah, you need that cluster jewel. It is absolutely imperative to get that thing in the build. So I'm going to write... Oh, I think I already wrote that for you there. So yeah, get that cluster jewel. It's hard to get 2 good ones, but yeah, you absolutely. The other perk that I've got here, which is called Lead by Example, that gives you permanent uptime on Onslaught forever. It's amazing. I really recommend it. But you could very easily roll just Mob Mentality on its own. Yeah, Jared's got good info here. Okay. So that's what I'd say so far. Your rings, you've got like fizz damage. I mean, these will do for now. Just rings is stuff you can upgrade over time. If you ever look in my POB, you can kind of see what to aim for. And then your belt, honestly, that's fine for now. You'd want to just upgrade that with like more life, more elemental damage, stuff like that. I love the Headhunter, but I'm going to assume that's stupidly expensive and standard as well, so I don't know what you'd do there. Oh, right, yeah, we need to write this down for you. 7, get Oscarm gloves ASAP. Ideally, get ones that are corrupted with attacks have extra crit chance. Because, yeah, your most important thing for you to work on, Bandit, is hit chance, crit chance. Okay? Happy days. All right, then here's the good things about your build. You've got a really good Watcher's Eye as well. At least a really solid starting one. You've got Cold Penetration with Hatred. Good stuff. You've got a Lethal Pride. Let's see if your Lethal Pride's any good. Max Life, totem damage, attack damage, leech his life, and crit chance. Okay, these things are a pain in the butt to roll. Ideally, like if you want to scale damage here, you're gonna want to get a Stop it, YouTube. What are you doing? There we go. Timeless jewel that gives crit multiplier at least 2 to 3 times. So if you look here how it changes like the nodes, having attack damage leeched as life is really, really good. You need one source of that somewhere in your build, but none of these passives that's like upgrading have crit multiplier on them. And in the long run, that's what scales your damage, right? Like if you look here, your crit multi is 282. Like even if you had 100% crit chance right now, that's quite low down. We want that crit multiplier sky high. So yeah, that's something to look into. You've already got the right Rage Mastery, you've got the right Warcry Mastery, so this is really good. You're taking Sanctuary up here, yep, that's fine. I toyed around with using Sanctuary as well. Oh, of course, because you're not using Svalin. I need to keep that in mind. You're not using Svalin. So this is quite interesting, though. If you have a look down here, without the Svalin shield, you've actually made it to 81% block chance and 75% spell block on your own. That's solid, dude. That's not bad at all. What have you got down here? Reservation efficiency of skills, here's a pro tip here at the bottom. You always want to take this strength node rather than the endurance charge duration. That's just a little pathing efficiency that you can do there. Because when you've got that medium cluster jewel that's giving you the permanent charges at all times, it doesn't really matter how long they last for. They'll be up forever. So you can just squeeze out a bit more strength there. You've got life gain when you block up here. You've got chance to block spell damage down there. That's looking fine. Yeah. That's looking good stuff. So what's your megalomaniac? You've got one with a shield basically down here. Yeah, I think your clusters are like the main thing that you're gonna want to work on. So obviously get that medium cluster jewel as soon as you can with mob mentality and that. And like a megalomaniac here, the only benefit you're getting is one with a shield. Honestly, you'd be better just taking a small cluster jewel there to get one with a shield, rather than pathing through this, unless you really need that for the chaos res, which maybe you do. Anyway, so there's a few things so far, and then I urge you just to read over the notes in my path of building that's linked at the top. That'll tell you about like the different flasks you can use for stuff. Yeah, I assume they would be too expensive in standard. Honestly, just try and roll them yourself. I think that's the better way to do it. I mean, if we have a look over here real quick, let's look at my stash. What's the cluster jewel that you need to get here? It's called Exerted Attacks Do More Damage, right? Exert. Damn, I don't have one. Let's have a look at some of the other ones then. Honestly, that's the only one that matters, though. How do you get one with a shield again? That'll be on a, like, it's definitely on a small cluster jewel, right? Yeah, it's probably this one right here. So one with a shield, we could literally probably just ult spam this a few times and it'll come up. Yeah, mob mentality, you just gotta get that. You could just ult spam it, kind of like what I'm doing now. Mystical Ward's solid as well. Like, there's a lot of good things here. But there's no point, like, taking a megalomaniac just for one with a shield. You could probably just roll it here. I won't waste too much time doing this, but... Oh, there it is. Look at that. That didn't take that long at all. And then you can even just augment it and regal it. Happy days. And then we'll Exile slam it, because why not? There you go. That's a solid little thing right there. I don't know if this is worth anything, what I've just made. That's probably a div right there. There you go. Boom. That took me like 2 seconds. So it's probably quicker just to craft the cluster. Especially because a mob mentality cluster is only on a medium cluster jewel. Pay like, oh yeah, that would have been real cheap for the Megalomaniac, but the problem is more just how many points you're spending and what value you're getting out of it. Because you have to power through this nothingness node, and then you're taking this when you don't even need the chaos resistance, and then it's just to get one with a shield. So like, and keep in mind, you've also had to spend these 2 points here just to get that cluster jewel socket. Does this kind of make sense? It's like the cost of just getting to that through all of these passive points is just not worth it. So yeah, just little optimizations like that to make here. But yeah, hopefully some of that's helped so far. Let's have a quick look at your gear. Yeah, huge damage upgrade for you here will just be every single one of these going up to 21% and 20% quality. Boop, boop, boop. Look at that. That's 400,000 damage. Awakened gems rather than these ones here, that will really help you. Like if this was awakened cold penetration. Boop. There we go. I actually don't know if that went up or down there. I wasn't looking. The more impactful one is this one. Melee physical damage. If you get tier 6 of that, that's normally huge. I can't tell if these are going up or not. Whatever. I know it's more damage to get these awakened gems. What's Absolution? Summon Sentinels of Absolution. I've not seen this one. I don't know what the skill is. Oh, someone's buying 2 of my mobs real quick. Yeah, come get them. It's how I sustain my Synth Implicit rerolling. There we go. Oh, that's supposed to be auto exertion? That makes way more sense. Okay, yeah, that makes way more sense. Keep in mind, as soon as you add that in, it's gonna just chonk through your mana. It's gonna absolutely obliterate your mana. And again, level 21, 20 of all of these gems will really help. But yeah, have a look here how you're down to negative mana now. I'm not gonna repeat myself too much, but I address how you fix those mana problems in my POB notes. It's basically just another cluster jewel. You'll be able to craft it. It's a small one again. I wonder if I've actually got one, because we could show you that right now. Yeah, look, I'll make this right here. Here's a small cluster jewel. I'm going to just scour it. And then the thing that you're looking for... Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. Bandit, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to tell you how to, like, to push forward with your build. I am not, like, shitting on your build so far. You've got a good baseline here. Your passive tree was looking pretty tight, especially keeping in mind you can't use Svalin. You've done really well to get your block and shit up that high. There's just a few things that you're going to need to tweak with. As soon as you add an auto exertion, you're probably going to need to grab this cluster jewel that I'm going to try and make here real quick. Just to show it. Oh, there it is right now. Spiteful Presence. This is what you need. Boom, 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 boom. Hatred has 50% increased mana reservation efficiency. That's going to be pretty mandatory. Yeah, no worries, man. Let's see. I just made that. That's maybe... I don't know. I'm just going to list it for 50 chaos. See if someone buys it. There you go. So you will need to get Spiteful Presence somewhere in order to fix your mana problem. You may have to just drop one of your auto exertions while you're getting going as well. Probably just take Rallying Cry out. Again, I put all of this in my POB notes. You can get to all of that. This one here, this is quite a common problem I see as well. You don't want Flesh and Stone. You want Blood and Sand because it gives us more AoE. So just swap that one around. And then actually, more importantly, you need to link Arrogance to Blood and Sand, but not to Hatred. And then that will fix your mana problems as well. So we can actually... Oh, sorry, no, I'm talking absolute crap. You've already done it, and it's on precision. Too many thoughts in my brain, right? Yeah, you've got it right here. You've absolutely got it right already. It's just Blood and Sand you want to swap to there. So I'll write that note there as well. Swap flesh and stone for blood and sand. Yeah, ignore what I said about arrogance. You've done that perfectly there. Yeah, this looks really good here. 20% qual on all your gems will help. I can't emphasize that enough. That looks really good. And then you've got Tempest Shield here as well. So yeah, a few tweaks to make, but you'll honestly be on the right track. Your passive tree looks great. Yeah, keep it up. I would probably come to this dual socket soon as well. You could get something else going there. This node right here, I want to emphasize that to you. When you can fix the rest of your tree and your gear and stuff, this is a massive node. I mean, look at that. Do you see what that says? Going to that node there, 17.3% added damage if you path to here. That's pretty huge. And like more importantly, this is a crit chance node right there. So that gives you like 2% crit chance. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, looking good. Keep it up. If you got any more questions, just hit me up on the Discord. But I think I said I was going to go like 50 times, but that was quite fun to do that live and show how the build kind of works in more detail. Right. Oh, here's what I'll do just before we stop. Oh, and then, yeah, just one more note for you here would just be check POE as well for some different flasks. I think you've got most of them already from what I can see here. But there's just a couple different flasks you might want. And if you do, and you can use a diamond flask for crit chance. Yeah, diamond flask for crit chance while you're still juicing that up. There's one more thing I'm gonna do before I head off. And I'm gonna use these bloody things again. So get ready. We're gonna brick our stupid thing. Yeah, it was good to talk about that live and help out on that front. Oh, we might want to swap to a weapon, huh? Right. We're gonna lose that frostbite curse effect. I almost guarantee it right now. But I want 2 good modifiers. I will not rest until I get 2 good modifiers. There it goes. Goodbye, frostbite curse effect. Oh well. The greed. I actually am. I would keep the chaos resistance if it gives me another good thing. It gave me chaos damage. That's the. I don't have any more things right now. The reason why I would keep the chaos damage is because when my flask isn't up, sorry, the chaos resist, look, that actually almost caps me on it. It's not really necessary because this flask is up at all times. I mean, look at that. We're at 107% then. So, yeah. But, like, if we kept that 8% chaos resist there and then got another really good attack damage, like, implicit, I'd consider keeping that. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's my favorite thing about this build is that I league started it and have scaled it up with lots of tiny, tiny little incremental adjustments. Like the budget is tiny to start with. And then obviously the more you can invest in it, the better it gets. To the point you get it to this kind of level of bullshit. But like, it still feels really good before that. Like even what you've chalked up there, just like real quick, you're already doing 1 million damage. Like what is that? I never had a build that was this good in the past. My build sucked in the past. Anyway, there we go. I'm gonna quickly do a little map here, just because I want to actually play the game rather than talk about the game, and then I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna do one more tier 17 here. We'll do Citadel because I haven't done that in forever. Yeah, that'll be fun, I think. So let me just type that current thing. I don't even know what to write here. Current strat T17 map before I go. Just to update that. Alright, we're going to chisel you. We're going to smack these on it. Now we're going to have a read. Area has unstable tentacle fiends. Fine. The boss has increased area of effect. That could be a problem on this boss fight, but I might do it anyway. Oh no, and then it's got monsters have area of effect. Nah, let's screw that. I don't want monsters removing my mana on hit. That's just going to be annoying. Blah, 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 blah. Hexproof. This looks fine. Alright, we'll do that. Players have less area of effect. Might not blow up the whole screen, but it will be fine. Ah, balls. Need another thing. I don't have one. Of course I don't. And now I have no gold. Oh! Problems on problems. Alright, we just need one for now. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to end on this, though. Because I do have stuff to do. We've completely ruined our mace again, but that's fine. I knew this was going to happen. This is my end of league project, is that we're just going to try and get 2 good implicits on that thing. Yeah, it's going to take some time, though. So we're going to go through the Citadel map here. I don't think it's got any mods that will brick me. It doesn't look like it does. You just have to be really careful with tier 17s because it's very easy to just miss something and then, oh, all of a sudden the map is pain. Anyway, so this is the potential of the build. We won't be able to zoom through this one as quick as the Fortress map because of the layout, but it should still go pretty quick, right? So, and the boss fight's a lot more involved on this fight. So I could die if I mess up and I get lazy and sloppy, but we'll see how we go. I shouldn't do. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm just gonna end on this this map just because I want to play it, and then that'll be it for me today. Yeah, it's been good. This has been a fun session today. I know it's absolutely nuts to me. The first time I've said this in the stream earlier. The first time I did it tier 17, like it was a light breeze would kill this build, and I was like, what on earth is this? I've never seen this kind of damage before. And that's when I pivoted it to the shield, and like it's happy days now. But it literally feels like a tier 1 map. The boss fight less so, but you know. Got to at least pay attention in the boss fight, but the rest of it just explodes. The slowest part is the looting. Anyway, I want to try some like way more juiced up strategies than this for tier 17 farming, because this isn't actually this efficient based on how expensive the maps are themselves. You really want to get good return. I mean, I say that, but then I got like a 7 div item drop earlier, so I don't know. Maybe my strat's fine, but there's probably something a lot more optimal that I could do. Again, the only thing I need currency for at this point is the synth implicits, right? And maybe a better chest piece. Maybe a better chest piece. I'll probably get a better chest piece. Alright. See how much slower this map is? Just because we can't just zoom around real quick, you gotta kind of like jump over gaps and stuff. The Citadel map layout was just a bit poop. But I think it's just that's just because Fortress is so bloody good. Look at this! Look at this! Like butter! I know we've got like a cool shrine that's like exploding them as well right now, but like... Let me pick it up. I feel like yeah, I've never had a mirror drop either. Well, to be fair, you had like way more hours than I did, so yeah, holy moly, I can't believe you don't have one yet. I'd like to pick this up so I don't have to backtrack later. Thank you. Alright, now we're zooming. We got some good headhunter buffs. Bro. Oh, they ran out. Oh. So it's like playing fast for T17. Oh yeah, no. The only time we will die, it will be in the boss fight, if at all. But we shouldn't die in the boss fight. It's just if I get lazy. Like, because half the time I don't want to dodge the laser beams on this fight, just to do more damage, and that's just not how you're supposed to do this boss fight. So, but hey, we'll give it a go. I think the most annoying one is the oh right, they're hexproof. Yeah, so this will take a little bit longer. They're not getting any curses on them.
I will not rest until this land is cleansed.
There we go. I'll try and dodge all the lasers to like do this fight properly. You also notice the bosses get stunned all the time. That's because we're chilling and freezing everything all the time. Yeah, even map bosses, build doesn't give a fuck. So this guy's tanky because, yeah, it's a shame that I've got, woo, see that damage coming there? That's why you need to dodge the lasers. Why is there no music? Maybe my music's just not up loud enough for me to hear. You see how he's frozen there? Like, look at that. It's just ridiculous. Craziness, dude. And if I had the right flasks on, this stuff would just be dropping even quicker. But the main thing that's... Ah, there you go. That was because I didn't dodge the lasers, right? The main thing that's made that boss fight take so long there is because these guys are immune to curses. I can't put any of my curses on them. There we go. Yeah, as I said, the only thing that was going to kill us in that map was the boss fight. And if I had dodged that laser there, we would have been absolutely fine. I just got sloppy, so... do I even want this thing? Isn't that... That's not a very good robe, is it? I can't remember. Soul Mantle? 10 Chaos Most? Nah, don't care. Whatever. And yeah, that, Jared, is from the Svalin Shield. Having Lucky Block is just nuts. Getting Lucky Block and then stacking your spell block and attack block high enough. Like, we ate a few lasers in that fight, but we just blocked it. But if you don't block it, because I'm getting hit by, what, like 9 lasers at once, and, you know, all it takes is a few to sneak through. So yeah. Like, this is probably one of the more involved tier 17 fights, because you actually got to watch your positioning. The rest of them, you just kind of slam the screen until they die, and then that's it. But there you go. That's tier 17. And like, I did a bunch of fortress maps earlier, and you can see them early in the stream if you should go on. It's never a mage blood, right? Just finish the map quickly, because... Oh my god, do you see that molten shield about to go off in my face or whatever? Crazy. Is that it? Still says there's more than 50 mobs left. I don't know where they're hiding though. Up here maybe? Yep. Not really that many exciting drops in this one. There's more just a few, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, look at that. All of this crap. These bases can sell for a div every now and then. I doubt that they will. Again, we're quite late in the league, but Glorious Plate, Warlord, probably me selling the other one. I don't know, I'll deal with all this crap later. Like, I don't like selling stuff on stream, it takes too long. So we'll just waffle that away. Last 50 mobs could have a mirror. Ooh, you're right. Better go back. Alright, that's going to do it for me, I think. Yeah, thanks for watching, Jared and Bandit, and anyone else who's been around. Maybe some more streaming tomorrow. It depends if I get some free time tomorrow. I might do. I could do a couple hours, potentially. But yeah, pretty good stream all in all. Like, I think I started around this amount of divs. I went up to 90 something divs, and then I've come back down to here again. So yeah. Yeah, Bandit, honestly, dude, any other questions, even if I'm not online here, just hit me up on Discord. I've helped like a trillion people with their builds, so like you've got a fantastic foundation for your Ice Crash build right there. You will be able to build that thing sky high, I guarantee it. So yeah. Alright, thanks guys. Yeah, great streaming. I might be around tomorrow. We'll see. Bye.